You're listening to Australia's national youth radio station, Triple J. For more info, go to triplej.net.au. It's Nana Day.
It certainly is.
Hey, it's Nana Day.
You know what I did there? That was very professional on your behalf. You announced... No, it was super professional, that. You announced that what it was, said that they were the tracks. You had your headphones on, you said it in the mic, you played the music, everything was fine. You know what I've only gone and done?
What?
These headphones, I didn't check the levels of them like that, so they're really, really quiet. You've played the music, and it's come out like, rather than do, all I've heard is... I thought, blimey, that's a bit quiet.
Do you want to hear it properly?
No, it's all right. It's fine. It's fine for now. But I'm just, in my head, I'm just going, we didn't get off to a professional start to the show there. All the time, it's my own stupidity. And now it's turned up. I've overturned it up. And I heard you go... like that, and I thought, is she all right?
That must have been a bit disturbing for you.
It was massively disturbing.
Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis with you on Triple J.
I thought you had bronchial problems.
Well, you know, I don't have bronchial problems, but I'm feeling a little bit, I'm a bit excited, a bit nervous,
excellent.
A little bit needing to go to the toilet, a little bit feeling excited.
You know what? Just in case I got a bit overexcited today, I just went and had a little cheeky wee there.
Oh, did you?
I did. Just to be on that's where I was just before there. In fact, here's the thing, right? And you might be able to help me out on this, right?
I'll try.
Every morning I've gone in there, right? Now, I don't know if you've been keeping a tally or anything, but I've been... Sometimes I go just before the show. Sometimes I wait till the news is on.
Yeah.
Right? Every day I've gone in there, right, there's been the same fella has been weeing at the same time as me.
Maybe he's having a cheeky nervous wee before he goes on air. Maybe he's from one of the other studios here at the ABC.
But it's all different times, though.
So whenever you've gone...
So, like, it's not like he's going... like if he was broadcasting out the ABC studio there and he goes...
Oh, that's Wee Man. He's there all the time.
Is he? Does he just wee all the time?
Yeah, he's quite chronic.
If you're afflicted, and I'm not mocking you if you're in some way, have the wee problems, because it's a terrible, terrible thing.
Well, you're talking to a girl who had a kidney infection not 2 weeks ago. Talk to me about wee problems. Well, I'll tell you some stories.
I tell you, did you announce that on your show, or was that the first time people know that?
No, well, I think because I had 2 days off, I came back and I think all I said was, whatever you do, don't mess with your kidneys. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And left it at that. But now I'm happy to go into detail.
That's all right. Now you're over the thing. I had a similar thing. I had a urinary stricture.
That sounds painful.
It's super painful.
Anything that's strictured sounds like you're just going to be wincing the whole time you've got it.
I was more than wincing. Oh, dear me. No, seriously. We have to be careful what we say, actually. I mean, obviously, we's fine. But, because, we were talking yesterday about the bus. People on the buses.
Oh, yes, about what they can do while they're on the bus to the other passengers.
Yeah, well, basically, we've had a couple of emails in, and the bus driver, apparently one bloke, everyone did look at the ground. If you didn't hear yesterday, we'll encourage you, if you're on the bus, the next time somebody gets on, just look at the ground. Just look, just sort of embarrassed, as if the person getting on has done something. And apparently that happened to somebody. But also the bus driver contacted us and said that he plays, he has Triple J through the speaker. Sometimes he has it on his monitor. Yep. Sometimes he has it in full surround.
Going through the whole bus.
Yeah. But he says he has to be careful. He has to monitor it for if there's any kids. You see, so like if you offer a language warning...
Turn it up louder.
That's it. Turn down, you see. So just so you know, anything in this section, if you are on a bus...
Yes.
Then just...
Don't have a cheeky wee on the bus.
Oh, that's the last thing you want to do. Oh,
that's hard to recover from.
Exactly. That's why they have the vinyl seats for easy wipe down.
Easy cleaning.
A lot of buses in the 1970s went for the velour.
Yes, I well, not in the 1970s, but I was still riding on buses from the 1970s in the 80s and 90s. I remember them.
That were still gently marinated with 70s wee.
Just a gentle blend of...
Yeah, just to get you...
11 secret whees and spices, just to make that right.
Yeah. So,
now I'm thinking
what was I? So, I had the
urinary stricture.
It's not a pleasant...
Stricture, that's like... something that's constricted, isn't it?
It's where the top of welcome to the ABC's medical hour.
Go for it.
I can't believe I'm telling people the ins and outs of my my downstairs. It's basically where you top of your urethra near your bladder. It just closes up. It just
you can't wee.
You just can't wee at all, and they have to do an end. I was telling that story the other day about the anaesthetist eating cake over me.
Yes, while you were counting down from 10 to 1.
That was when it happened. It was happening in the and it's not a. But the thing is, I don't want to go into too much detail here. But afterwards, right after the operation, like for about 3 weeks afterwards, you have to have a tube in. I'm sorry if you're having an early dinner and stuff. Yeah, good morning. So no, but you have to have that in, and it's a shocking thing, and it's more getting it taken out. But the thing was, right, I did this. I did a benefit gig. Again, I'm not trying to make out I'm Mr. Charity or anything, but I did this benefit gig, and I was in a bad way, and I had the tube in and that, and Dame Judi Dench, the popular Dame, right? She was on, didn't turn up for the gig. She was supposed to be.
She ditched the charity gig.
She ditched the charity gig because she had the flu.
I've lost all
and I've got to
for her.
Get the phone. That'll be Dame Judi Dench. Hello, I'm Dame Judi Dench. And no, get it on. Who was it?
I don't know.
Oh, was that some sort of
That's very unprofessional. That's my turn.
There you go.
So frantic. So many things to organise for the show today. I left my phone on.
On the subject of that, right? And again, it makes me sound like Mr. Charity, right? But I did the the relief thing last weekend, the big tsunami thing.
Yes.
And it was quite. I must admit, I take the mick and stuff. It was quite an emotional sort of thing, and that. And I know it's comedy and all the rest of it, but there was a horrible. I've never been so embarrassed in my life. Just before. The show, your face could be very, very careful. No, you're just looking at me going, what are you doing? Just talk about we again. Talk about we. Don't even take us down this track. I haven't forgotten about the man in the toilet either.
Wee man.
Yeah, wee man. I'll get back to him. The point is, right, there was before the whole thing started, the big, the event.
The benefit,
right?
Yes.
Like I say, I'm not going to Mr. Charity. I'm not. Please don't hate me. But I'm not one of them people that just say, "Oh yes, I'm very charitable." But the thing was, the woman from World Vision came out at the start.
Yes.
And there was a huge green room, and she was explaining about, and I went, "Oh no, I've left my phone on." And when you go, it would be more inappropriate.
Yes.
Now the thing is,
go off now.
I say it was my phone. It's not. It was my phone because I haven't got around to getting a mobile over here. It's me missus. It's my wife's phone, right? Now, as I've discussed before, it makes cheeping bird noises, right? It did make a horse noise, and I thought when she's giving us a proper talk. The most inappropriate moment for this phone to go off would be to hear a horse going like that. But luckily it was cheeping birds, and I thought, well, if it goes off now, then, obviously it's cheeping birds, and, people would probably think it was at the cricket ground. It would probably be all right. And I thought, I'll reach down and I'll just switch it off, and that'll be fine. And so there she is, World Vision Lady, and she said, well, basically, when the phones ring, what you want to do, and everyone's paying attention, and I just thought, just turn it off. But I didn't because my phone, it just goes bleep and turns off, the one that I use in the UK, right?
Yeah.
My wife's only got that on it, hasn't she?
Oh,
yeah, so she's just gone, basically, when you pick up the phone, I've never been so embarrassed in my
entire... So much worse than cheeping birds.
Exactly. It's almost like I've gone, this would be the most inappropriate time for the That's All Folks music to be played. Oh, and I just pressed it. I've only activated it myself. Do you know what I mean?
That'd be like being at a funeral and suddenly hearing...
Exactly. But how good would it be if you were at a funeral and the curtains opened, like at the end where the coffin rolls off and stuff, if they just went, or there was a mix-up with a wedding march, like when they...
the wrong tune.
Oh, if somebody could get married to that music.
Well, I was at a funeral. It was the wake. It was everyone gone back to the home of the family and sitting around having cups of tea and very, as you are at a everyone was very quiet and sad, and all of a sudden, and we're thinking, who is that? Because the priest was at the home and was sitting there having tea as well. We thought, whoever that is going straight to hell. And everyone was doing that thing where they're looking around going, whose phone is it? Whose phone is it? Who gets up to answer the call? The priest.
No.
What is the priest doing with the can as the theme on his... And you know what? Just got up. Didn't look embarrassed, didn't make a big deal, just got up and from under the robes produced the phone and went outside and had a little cheeky chat. And we're just sitting there going, that is not allowed.
I thought you were going to say he lifted up his robes and he had the frilly knickers on and started high kicking.
That's just wrong.
Moulin priest.
What happened to,
It could have been worse. It could have been whoever was in the coffin. It could have been like the...
But a priest should not have the can. What happened to... have Ave Maria, have
exactly.
Ode to Joy, have something slightly more appropriate. Do not have the can if you are a priest.
But there again, though, I think that might, that's obviously not the first time it's happened to him if he was calm and collected about it. It was like... Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Yes, it has been 5 years since my last confession. What have you done, my son? Well, Father, I have done wrong things with loose women. Father, there's no need for that musical accompaniment.
Oh, do you want to talk about Wee Man now? Or do you want to take a track and talk about Wee Man?
We could have a track. I was talking about something else before the... I've got to tell you this. I'll tell you this. We'll talk about Wee Man in a minute. Not that there's anything to say about Wee Man.
Okay.
Just, the fact I think we're on the same... You know how ladies, when they live together, they get on the same sort of...
The moon, yes, the moon makes people's menstrual cycles link up.
Exactly.
And so everyone's shitty at exactly the same time.
Yeah, and I've got a feeling that myself and the wee fella has...
Maybe you've aligned your urethras.
Oh, God, that's horrible. That's like Ghostbusters.
There's an image.
Going across the streams. No, I was... this is my favourite, one of my favourite wedding-related stories, right? Did you know, like, the most popular... These true facts here, right?
Okay, as opposed to all the bullshit we've been spending the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. So, turn up the radio. If you're on a bus, let's teach them kids something, right? The two most popular tracks, like, we were talking about songs to strip to, like last week.
That's right.
Inappropriate songs.
We were talking about that.
That's right. Well, basically, the most popular for male strippers, it was "I'm Too Sexy" by Right Said Fred.
Yes.
Right, and the most popular for a while, right, replacing the wedding march. For people to actually get married to
walk down the aisle.
Down the aisle. That's the thing, right? Was the song from Robin Hood, Bryan Adams.
Everything I do it for you.
It's true. Everything I do. Right, very pop. There was an actual case in England, and this just is my favourite wedding story ever. And forgive me, I might have told this before on another Triple J show, but this is a true thing that happened. The couple went to the priest and said, look, we don't want the wedding march. We want that song from Robin Hood to play. Open the doors, we'll all be... And the priest was like, whatever, we're a modern church, we've got a sound system, we'll play it, everything's great. Comes to the day, there's the groom standing there, quite nervous.
Yeah.
Priest's there, everyone's ready, organist not going to play it straight off a cassette. Priest sorted it all out. The doors open, the family turn round, they press play. Robin Hood, riding through the glen.
No
Robin Hood,
way.
Robin Hood, with his band of... And they just picked up the pace and...
They made sure they walked in time to the music.
Yeah, true thing that happened.
And they smiled and continued.
Yeah, you see, because when we got married, myself and my wife, not you and I, there's a surprise for the final show.
I don't remember that day.
At our wedding, we had one of my favourite songs, well, both of our favourite songs, There She Goes by the Laws. There she goes. Yeah. And, because we didn't want the sort of... And also, when they go, we now pronounce you man and wife... Yeah. Normally, not us. I believe in a thing called love by The Darkness. Yeah! Everyone's going, what the hell is that? I believe in a thing called love. Like that. And it was great, because you want to sort of, like, when you're off down the aisle, you don't... It's
triumphant, isn't it? It's a big celebration.
You want...
Did you play air guitar like you did just then?
Sadly not.
Listeners didn't get to appreciate
No.
that display, but did you do that as you were triumphantly exiting the church?
The only thing that made me sad is I went to see The Darkness recently at Wembley Arena, and at one point, while Justin's playing his guitar, he climbed on the back of a white tiger and flew across the audience.
What?
Like, it just flew across like a big stuffed white tiger. And was sort of playing as he went around, but but There She Goes by The Laws, which is it's one of the best songs ever written, possibly the best song ever written. And it was beautiful, and my wife came down and everything, and we weren't sure whether or not we should, because some people say that song's about heroin.
Really?
Yeah, there's some people that say, I think it's the most romantic song ever written. But
you're taking the pure and literal meaning of the lyrics.
But some people go, it's actually about heroin. But there's in the back of my head, it was a beautiful thing, and it'll stay with me forever. But you
may as well have walked down the aisle to the tune of the Reefer song.
Yeah, exactly. People go, isn't she thin? Oh, isn't she thin for the wedding day?
You know what track I'm going to walk down the aisle to?
Go on.
You're listening to Triple J, Ross Noble, Terri Psiakis with you, joined now by, star of stage and screen, Mr. Michael Chamberlain. How are you?
That's actually my official name. Star of stage and screen and porn.
And porn.
Yeah, that's my new thing I've added.
And Michael just brought something up. Just before the record ended there, we were still talking about the... Is that what I said?
Man.
Is it a record?
Yep.
Yeah. Are these played off vinyl or a wax cylinder?
I've actually got a phonograph that's hooked up to the...
Yeah, well, I enjoy broadcasting on the wireless. I'd just like to point out I no longer have a piss bag. Just so you know.
Because that switchboard lit up as soon as you said I've got a tube.
It would be hanging down out the thing. It was a tube, it was in for 3 weeks, it was removed, and then everything was fine.
Did you keep it? Do you get to keep that kind of stuff?
You know what? That's the first question that I asked.
Yeah?
And I was wondering, and before it even got to the end of ing, she'd got no. And it was...
you could take it shopping and stuff, put your groceries in it.
Well, I wanted a goldfish for it.
Yeah,
Swimming around, just a slightly sick-looking goldfish. But, I mean, obviously it's painful, but I recommend it for, just if you are because I'm quite a lazy human being, and it is quite good just to lie there. Like, when you're recovering, obviously, you can just lie there in bed and think, I might get up for... Oh, no, I won't bother. But it's out now and everything's fine.
So you were saying we were talking just before that record ended? The
record ended. And another thing as well, if you are going in for an operation with a tube as well, don't go to a rock gig, because I made that mistake. I went to a gig, and when you stand near a speaker and it goes... and it goes right through you. Well, imagine a bit of plastic tubing right up you.
Did you mosh?
I did mosh. I winced quite a lot.
Or did you just do that thing, when you're at the front of a concert or whatever, and you just tucked in like sardines in a tin can, you pressed up against people? Did you have anyone looking at you going, I can feel something that's not quite right next to me, and it's coming from you?
Yes.
Would that be a tube?
I was very much strapped in on that occasion, but there was it was a kind of a, dum, 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 dum. That's not something you want to be watching. You want strings. You want light strings if you've got a tube.
Piccolos.
Yeah, you want a lot of top end.
You want to be tickled. Yeah. Now, it's a good thing that Michael has joined us.
Michael didn't just come in to talk about piss bags, though.
Oh no, that's the campaign I'm running.
You're all about piss bags.
I'm here to just inform the listeners. Was it could you treat it like a hot water bottle kind of thing? You kind of filled it up, kind of just lie it out at night and they're cold and just kind of snuggle up next to it and go, you're all me.
It really did have...
I'm giving myself my own warmth.
It did have there was something a bit weird about holding a warm bag of your own, a warm bag of yourself.
Oh, that's disturbing.
But it's out now and everything's back to normal, tip-top.
So no more calls, you're fine.
Just
basically,
in case anyone's
saying.
Giving me dodgy looks.
Or saying, I know where you can get a really good piss bag.
Yeah,
you know what? It's helpful, but it's too late.
Yeah. It's over.
It's time for something very special.
In fact, when they fixed it, it was a bit too well fixed, to be honest, because I couldn't go for it. I was having a lot of trouble. Like you were saying about your kidney thing, I'm trying to go. And then afterwards, because everything's a bit stretched and a bit, they've fixed it,
You didn't want to laugh too hard, is that what you're saying?
I was taking graffiti off walls. I was working for the council.
I was at this is a sad ego story, and I'm an idiot for saying it, but there's only 2 people here, so it's okay.
Well, yeah. Welcome to our world.
But I was at the urinal last night in this pub, and there was this guy who was next to me. Then he kind of went to walk off, and he said, and he's kind of a bit drunk and something. He went, "You do the." And I was like thinking, oh yeah, he's seen me do some comedy, or he's like, he likes some of the shows I've been in or something. And I'm going, oh yeah, I'm pretty cool here. And he's going, you do the flushing, and he just wanted me to push the button.
No,
So you're getting ready to sign an
urinal
autograph.
for. I'm like, oh man.
there's nothing better than that, isn't it? When it really brings. I remember a few years ago, I was buying some fruit off a fella. And he was like a grocer, like one, just like a...
Not down an alleyway.
There you go, have some fruit. And he said to me, he goes, I'm buying the fruit, and he goes, there you go, Mr. Noble. And I was a bit full of myself, thinking, oh yeah, so I know. Oh yeah. And I went, oh, you know me. And he went, it's your case. And you just
And
go,
he just left off, you dickhead, from the end of that sentence.
Exactly, as if to go, do you think you are?
Shall we do Nana Watch?
Yes.
Shall we have a bit of...
You can't wait for it,
I can't wait for it. We're going to do a 3-handed Nana Watch. This is, we should say, the final show.
It is. It's our
second and final week.
Second and final week. This is the very last show. It is. And should we just make this announcement now? I know a lot of people have been saying, come on, Triple J management, give them a regular slot. It's not that we don't want a regular slot.
You've got a tour to do.
Yeah, I've got a tour to do.
National tour.
A national tour. And so it's one of those things where it's not like it's not like we've been sacked. It's not like they've gone, we'll give them 2 weeks and see how it goes. It's 2 weeks of fun, and then it can be no more.
That's right.
So I think, they just wanted us to say that, because I think a few people are getting a bit cheesed off. I think a few people in Triple J Sydney have been getting a few emails going, we'd quite like this show to continue. Don't let them go. But sorry, we have to.
But don't worry, Triple J listeners, for next week I will be doing the show. I've signed a 12-year contract, so you'll be getting this voice, 12-year-old girl voice, on radio for the rest of your lives. So do not worry.
Oh, man, that's exciting.
The story so far, we should... it's like...
It's not a 12-year-old girl. You're a little bit older, I think. It's not... 12's just a bit wrong.
In fact, have you got Michaela's theme there?
I have, actually.
Yeah, what you could do, right, is if you were to say...
I could talk, yeah.
Yeah, if you could just do like a little sentence or something, just a little thing about yourself, and then we'll just see... Because that, if it works with the Michaela's theme, then it's...
See, Michaela's theme, Michael... It's all kind of...
So if you just do like a little sentence, and then we'll hit...
And then you want the theme. Okay.
Yeah.
Theme. Hello, my name's Michael Chamberlain. I like to go to school and do finger painting and call up Triple J and Mr. Ross and Terri. That's scary enough.
I think you might be right. 12 is about...
I could say, if I get really excited, it gets really high. It gets higher and higher.
Well, you're about to get very excited in a minute, because we are going to do Nana Watch. We have our cardboard cutout Nan.
She was stolen from by Ben, who was Coffit. That's
I turned my mic off.
but it still came through our mic, because now there's an extra.
Can't do anything here without it being.
No, I'm just saying, like, you turned your mic off, but
Cough
the
it,
thing
cough
is, cough it out. Cough
The
it
Nana
out.
Watch. I think Nana Watch.
Nana
People
Watch.
Nana Watch.
Yeah. So basically, Ben stole a Nana from outside of a walking frame shop.
Yes.
He brought her in. She's on the website rossandterri.com, and you can download your very own Nana, and we asked you to send in your pictures to see the adventures of Nana. It's that, if you haven't heard the show before, it's that simple.
Exactly. And every morning we've rocked up bright and early, very excited to see what's been sent in.
And
to
my
Nana Watch.
Sweet Jesus, you've done yourself
every day. It's better and better.
She started off, she was just hanging out at the beach. The next day, she's in an underground nuclear missile silo.
May I say too, like, actually seeing the official Nana in the studio here, like, she's even more beautiful in person than she is on a little digital photo or something. She's I've got one printed out at home as well, and just kind of on my roof, so I can just lie in bed and look up at it and kind of just wonder about, what possibilities could have been if I was, like 60 sort of years younger. And, she was a lad.
You were, she was.
A lad. If she was a dame in the 1940s, what could have happened? We could have snuggled whilst we kind of hid underground in bunkers. Or maybe she was part of the resistance in France or something. Who knows?
She has been photographed in a beret on this site, so that is very, very possible. But today, well, joy, absolute joy. Nana made it to the telly on Channel 9 in the crowd watching the cricket.
We did.
Is just magnificent.
Which we did. We said the other day, wouldn't it be good if we could get her on the cricket? You only went and did it.
Yeah. There is a photo of Nana in the crowd, and then underneath, and this is what I love, Nana jumps the fence.
She's over the fence.
She's on the pitch. You're not allowed to do that.
No.
Nana can do it.
Oh, yeah. Access all nanas. That's what we've got.
That is brilliant. I don't know who sent that in. There's no name, but whoever you are a legend.
Well, the bloke that's clearly going to get contact, cough it out.
Warney tried to call her, though, when he saw her in the crowd. He sent a couple of text messages.
That's tragic. She's also singing lead vocals for a band called Drunk Uncle from Canberra on the website. Is that one of your band names, Drunk Uncle?
I think
from the band quiz?
I think there was something about an uncle, but I'm not. I don't think so. I wouldn't like to take credit for that.
She's been hit by a Holden Commodore, and she's flat out on the road, also in Canberra.
That'd do hip.
She's doing the ironing for Lucy, Danny and Nick in Wahroonga. And she really, because she's got hands in such a position that you can put things in her hands or position her hands.
And a lot of people have been reaching their own hands around to provide an extra 3D element. This one's a classic example.
She's playing the banjo in Adelaide in black and white. And she doesn't look like the kind of nan who'd be into that. I think she'd be into something a bit more jaunty.
Yeah.
But she looks far too relaxed in that photo, but nevertheless. She's sampling some wine in Kiraville, and again, we've got the arms of someone else coming round from behind her to hold the bottle in the glass.
And a penny as well, little penny there.
Exactly. And, of course, like all nanas, she's playing the pokies in Tamworth, which is quite special.
I don't get that old person pokey thing. I don't understand how that kind of works.
Why they do it.
Yeah, and just, my parents, they're by no means old, but they can't work a DVD player, let alone push buttons in order to make things come out.
Yeah.
I think they like the lights, don't they, the old people? They like the kind of... It reminds them of a time when there wasn't lights.
I was trying to show my dad how to work the DVD player just the other day, and he's a solicitor, and so he has like his little talking little machine to record his voice, dictaphone, and that's the official name.
Yeah.
And so I said, okay, Dad, you put the disc in. He's gone, put the disc in, and then you put it on Channel 5. It's like, put it on Channel 5. He's recording the whole thing, so we can listen back to it when he kind of eventually goes to do it. I was like, Dad, you can do stuff that's pretty clever. But why can't you do that?
But that's all right. He's using one form of technology to help him with another form of technology.
What would be great is if you know how pathologists use those when they're doing the examinations and stuff, and they just kind of there's in the cerebral cortex, we'll just take off the top of the blah, blah, and they go through all that. It'd be great if his tapes got muddled up with some kind of autopsy, and then just like we opened up insert the disc. What the that's not right. This next picture could only have happened in Australia. This couldn't have happened in any other country on the planet.
We're famed for our big things. We have a photo of Nana riding the giant chicken in Moonbee. And I don't think that's an official chicken. I reckon someone has knocked up a giant chicken in their front yard and said, we're going to put Nan on that.
I think, you know what, if this show is to continue for another couple of weeks, that's what would start to happen. I've got a feeling that we'd be building giant concrete things in our gardens.
Or how about the big Nan?
The big Nan.
Something for northern Queensland. Should get onto
the big Nan.
Just a 30-foot giant Nan.
Awesome.
I think, there's still a few hours left of the show. If you're a large concrete company that could provide the necessary structure to steel girders with a concrete outside. I love the big merino. That's my favourite. I like the fact that the big merino's got like a wool shop inside it. And I went in there once, and there was a woman who looked like the most pissed off human being.
Yeah.
She had that look on her face of like, oh, God, my life's rubbish, and not only that, I work in a sheep. It was that sort of thing.
Nana is going for a cruise in a flaming wagon, an old Ford that's been hotted up, mate. And she's at the wheel.
I don't want to get you overexcited, but there's a man outside the studios, and he appears to have a piece of folded cardboard. He looks like he's got a nana. See,
there is a man out on the lawn out the front of the Melbourne studios of Triple J. And what's he doing?
He's got a piece of paper that looks like he's got a nana, and he's folded it up. You'd think he'd be on headphones if he was something to do with us. Listen, mate, if you have got a nana, unfold it now and then walk towards the road so we can let's continue with nana watch and see what
keep an eye on him.
We spotted a nana whilst we're doing nana watch.
Yeah,
how amazing is that?
We have just some of these photos. I just think it's great, but why? Someone's got a massive ladder, and I mean massive ladder, and just put Nana at the top of the ladder in a car park and taken a photo of her. It's good, but
it's great.
Why?
Because she's up a height. Somebody emailed in to say that they saw Nana in a lift. Somebody with a cardboard Nana in a lift asked what they were about to do with it, and they said, "Oh, we're taking a photograph. It'll be on the website." It's the one later on, the moustache one.
We've got her taking Dean's dog for a walk. She's she's operating a corn stacker at Appleton Dock. She's been photographed out the front of the ABC in Canberra. She's brushing her teeth while wearing... This is good. I like this when people dress Nana up.
Really
She's got a shower cap on.
She almost looks human.
Quite real.
They've added a wig to underneath the shower cap to flesh it out as well.
To give her some real hair, and she's using an electric toothbrush and brushing her teeth. And they've done something to the top of her mouth, so it looks like... when you brush your teeth and your lips go up? They've done that to her, so it looks like she's really brushing her teeth. That's a good effort.
Somebody as well, Drubbo, his name is, said that... Do you remember Emma and Emma from the...
the hot chicks from Nana Watch?
He said in the email, he said that he's not sure whether or not that's a cardboard Nana or a real Nana, and he feels that just to be on the safe side, he'd like to see some close-up photos.
I'm sure he would.
Just to be on the safe side.
That would probably be pretty beneficial, actually, if Emma and Emma could do that.
Yeah, we need to download more porn.
Oh, and somebody called Out of Time, he said that what he'd like to see the Nana appear in Neighbours, just like
in
maybe
the coffee shop.
Yeah, in the coffee shop, or possibly how I think it's Toadie's house has got all the different stuff on the walls. We want to see Nana because apparently one of my posters for me last show appeared in the background in Neighbours. So if that can happen now,
cool. Really?
And
that's pretty good. Your publicist must have been wrapped with that.
Very much so. Also, Keeley said that somebody should wear the Nana mask and enter the X Factor. Because the thing is, if loads of people did it, then there would be a small montage of Nanas appearing on the... or maybe get a whole line of dancing Nanas for the X Factor.
Well, part of the X Factor thing is that you can have individuals and groups. So I think of 5 people, so 5 singing Nanas.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See?
Somebody enter individually, somebody enter as a group, all as Nana. Let's see if that makes... And somebody else said there should be a show called The BC, which that's different.
What's that? Orange County. We're having our Borange songs later in the show. Nana is making some helicopter repairs in Gladstone, and she really, really is. She has tools in her hand.
She's in the bath.
She's having a bubble bath, she's got a cheeky glass of champagne next to her in the bath. She's wearing her clothes in the bath.
Saucy now.
And following on from our conversation about referring to breasts as girls, if you've got a top with low cleavage, you are getting the girls out. We have a photo of Nana, Liz and Sarah out with the girls, and Sarah is a large statue that's topless.
It's a
and
large
the girls
concrete...
are well and truly out, and it's all happening in Bunbury, which makes complete sense to me.
Bricks.
She's bricklaying in Corumburra with a wheelbarrow positioned in front of those little Nana hands. She's had another car accident. People are very keen to have her in front of the car.
Run over
People love to run over a Nana. But to counter that, there's a special squad of Nanas there, and there's a photograph of her as a police officer.
She's wearing a police hat and shirt, which I'm sure contravenes some sort of police code of conduct. Giving the thumbs up. She's relaxing with a beverage on a front porch, riding a bike.
Now this one,
Yes.
this is an interesting one. This is the art imitating life, everything coming full circle. Somebody's taken a picture of Nana with a walking frame. That's only one of the original Nanas that was sent out to walking frame shops to sell and that's her in our natural environment right there. So if you want to see an actual Nana, that's the place to do it at.
So that's the first page of Nana Watch.
Yeah.
There's over 100 photos on there now.
It's all at
rossandterry.com. And we should mention, Michael, that you've done the Nana Watch thing with us. You've been the first Nana Watch guest.
Yeah.
I think
That's quite the honour. I wonder if she actually kind of helped sales. Like, if there was when they sent it out there, did sales go up for these little trolley things she was advertising?
They certainly will now.
Or did they have to get someone? Was she not good enough and had to ship in another Nana? Maybe there's another cardboard cutout of another Nana going around somewhere.
It's quite possible. Now we should thank you, Michael, for joining us, and gratuitous plug. You'll be running stage time on Sunday in Melbourne at Bar Open on Brunswick Street.
Yes, 317 Brunswick Street on a Sunday afternoon at 5 p.m.
At 5 o'clock, and
that's handy. Now
that's
I know
handy
where
for
it
you.
is.
There's some handy people located nearby.
I'll be on.
Why not?
I'll be popping in, and I didn't know where it was.
Yeah, it's Bar Open on Brunswick Street, and it's $10 entry, and 5 p.m. I think it'll be all right, Sundays. Yeah.
With Mr. Ross Noble.
Yeah, I'll pop in.
International Man of Comedy.
I've got a feeling...
Appearing at the domestic comedy...
I've got a feeling...
Comedy lair.
I've got a feeling that... I don't know what I'm going to talk about yet, but chances are it will involve Nanas.
One thing, actually, though, is that all the profits from this week will go to World Vision for tsunami relief.
Excellent.
So, come along and give a bit of cash.
Nice. Well, Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis with you on Triple J today. It is Nana Day.
Oh.
It is Nana Day today. And we just did Nana Watch in the last half hour. We were going through some of the photos of Nana that have been sent into the rossandterry.com website. And
I think that was that longer than yesterday's Nana Watch.
Was that?
I think it was 20 minutes yesterday.
And there's more.
There's even more.
There's another page that we haven't... There's over 100 photos on the website now.
It's now got to the point where Nana Watch is... Essentially, if we wanted to, and fair enough, this is our last day, but this show could just essentially become... It could just be a Nana show.
It could be a Nana show.
I like the idea
Most of the shows I work on tend to be Nana shows, but I think that's for a different reason. But our favourite photo was Nana made it onto the telly. She was in the crowd at the cricket, and on the line we have Leet from South Australia, who took her to the cricket. Are you there, Leet?
Certainly am.
Now, tell us what happened. How did this come about? Because you have trumped it, mate. You have raised the bar.
And just before you start, can I just say I am actually physically saluting you right now. Tell us what happened.
No, I've been pretty excited by the whole Nana Watch this week, and she got a photo of Nana on the back of my ute, which you posted a few days earlier.
Beauty.
And big cricket fan that I am, I thought I'd zip down to Adelaide last night and head down with Nana. And, it was certainly one of the more worthwhile things I've done in my short career.
Did you have trouble getting her into the ground? Because normally they're quite, you have to go through turnstile things and they check you. You're not allowed to bring your own guns and that sort of stuff. Did you raise a few eyebrows walking in with Nana?
Well, I certainly wouldn't go with the chop shop Nana, but no, I'm a member down there, and there's been a bit of confusion in recent times with the new dress code, but fortunately Nana's slippers were good enough to get through.
Well, she's wearing pearls.
She is wearing pearls, and had her under the arm of myself and my wife, so we took her along, and they were pretty happy to let her in.
And when you were actually approaching the ground, because obviously there's a lot of people around, did anyone go, "There's Nana"? Did you get any comments as you were actually taking her in?
Well, I certainly did get a great deal of comments, and to be totally honest with you, if I hadn't been sitting there with my wife, I reckon I could have picked up with her.
You were on the pool with Nana.
Yeah, I was. No, she's a popular young lady. And
you got her on the pitch. There's a photo on the website where Nana jumps the fence and gets on the pitch. Now, she wasn't, did the police spring into action? Because you're not allowed to do that at the cricket.
No, we sat right down close on the fence there, and the cameraman was actually going around, and one of the guys there came around and did a bit of an interview, so she went up on the big screen there.
Wow.
What did they say?
Oh, they just want to know... Well, they had an J, Terri and Ross Nana page thing, but
right.
Yeah, they were just keen to find out why I brought my nana along, and actually they were more interested, wanting to know whether it was my real nana.
Okay.
All right. So did you actually tell them about the website?
Yeah, what did you say?
No, I didn't have a chance to drop that one in.
Ah.
Sorry
And
about that.
do you know when it was on the telly? Is anyone who any of your friends who might have seen it? Do you know what the commentators said at the time that the camera switched to you and Nan?
No, I didn't. It was actually only broadcast on the screen at the Adelaide Oval. I don't actually think it went out live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No. You did make it onto the TV.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, no, you did, because we've had hundreds of we've had hundreds of people contacting us saying she made it onto the cricket. So you did actually make it onto the telly.
My goodness me, you're telling me I'm famous?
Yeah, you are
so famous.
Because we've actually got on the. I don't know if you checked the page today, but you're actually up on the website. We've got some screen grabs from the actual TV.
Yep.
It was
and it's got like the National 9 kind of the banner thing on the bottom. So you made the telly, mate.
There you go. Actually, I sent through some photos this morning of Nana and myself at the cricket last night. So there's a picture of me with my orange farm shed hat on, sharing a beer with Nana at the cricket.
Excellent. That should be up soon.
Well, good on you, Lee.
So are you? So I just want to check, Lee. Are you? Have you got dark hair or have you got light hair?
No, I've got the guys in the front row. I was actually sitting behind the guys in the front row on that picture you can see. So that's a couple of my best mates down at the front there. So they got the limelight. But no, the one going up with me at the cricket with Nan, that's pretty obvious who I am.
All right, so we'll keep an eye out for you, Lee.
No worries.
You're a legend.
Thank you very much for doing that. That's set a new benchmark.
No worries. And thank you very much
physically
for the show for the last couple of weeks. It's been most appreciated by everybody I've talked to.
Oh, cheers.
Magic.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks very much.
See ya.
Catch up.
See ya.
That's all right.
There you go. That's, you see, I reckon, and it just goes to show, you take Nana to an event, and I mean, Nana's fame's going to go on.
She's the people's Nana.
She is, and
we're still looking for her.
And that's interesting, isn't it? The fact that he said if he was a single man, he would have pulled with Nana, and of course you would. I mean, like if you turned up to any,
do you reckon maybe that's what I should do? Maybe I should start taking Nana around.
I think
the seedy pubs and clubs that I frequent.
I think if you were to do that, you would encourage people that we've already had this discussion.
Well, on that note, we the Borange songs. We're having Dicko judge the Borange songs. Now you gave me a bit of stick the other day because I was suggesting that perhaps talking up certain aspects of my life would encourage people who were a little bit different to
mental.
To, choose to express that. And we are going to get Dicko, he'll be with us very shortly, to go through the Borange song finalists. We asked you to create a song, send it into the website involving Borange. Look,
we'll have a chat with him as well.
We will have a chat with him.
Yeah.
And
we won't just go, right, judge these, see you.
Yeah, well, no, we won't do that. But it's... Okay, I'm just going to play you something, all right? This is something that was sent in as a Borange song.
Yeah.
Okay, now I must say...
This is an insight,
This is... This is an insight into something you probably don't want an insight into. It carries a language warning.
Oh, all right, okay.
So that gives you an idea of what we're dealing with here. This was a song called Another Borange Song. It was sent in by Doobs. And I just want you to listen to this, and it does carry a language warning.
First heard you on the radio. You said this is Terri, Psiakis. I knew to make you mine, I'd fire up all those other motherfuckers. I called you up, but you cut me off. Said you were busy and encumbered. I waited out in the parking lot, and I acquired your mobile number.
Boing.
Why must you treat me so very orangely?
Right? Right.
To be fair, he did get Borange into the title of the song. He did get it into the words of the song. It's just a shame that he basically admitted to stalking you. You know? There's always a downside.
Do you see what I'm talking about?
But in fairness to Nutters, right? In fairness...
Thanks, Dubes, for sending in your track and doing all that hard work.
Well, at least he can, play some sort of... What is it? Glockenspiel? That's not really...
No, I think that's the bones of his previous victims that he's just put on a track and he's just tapping them with spoons.
But to be fair, there is there has been quite a lot of fellas, sending in their details, saying,
let's
"Look,
not dwell."
No, I'm just saying. There's a lot of fellas that say, "Look, I'm not mental. I'm not a bit mad. I'm just a normal bloke.
I'm 42 years old and I live with my mum. Let's meet."
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you were talking for them. I was going, you're not 42. How old are you?
27.
27 years of age. You see, that gives people an idea. You don't want anyone over 30.
Do you want to hear another...
Can I just point out that I'm 28? I'm not trying to go, oh, you're 27. I'm 28. I'm just saying, I'm 28, right? Just for anyone that says I sound like I'm 50. A lot of people think I'm a very old man.
They do.
Yeah, but I'm not. It's just because I've got an accent that's not from this country. I'm 28 years of age, just so you know. Because just think, if people were listening at home thinking, hang on a second, there's a 27-year-old woman in the studio with a 50-year-old man. Go on, love, play it. Go on, play another song.
Do you want to hear another little interesting one before we play a track and call Dicko?
Yeah, definitely. Go on.
All right, this is Top Shelf Borange by the Abalone All-Stars.
Boring.
Frogs on crack making sexual gestures.
Boring. Monkeys? Boring.
Bog.
Boring.
Oh, yes. That music. Frogs on crack making sexual gestures.
Boring. Monkeys? Boring.
Bog.
Boring.
Oh, yes. That music.
What'd you think of that?
Morning. That's actually what's in my head most of the time.
I just wanted to play the entire 38 seconds of that just to register what was happening on your face at the time, and it was just like, yeah, I've heard that before. I'm used to that.
Yeah.
What?
You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds to me like if somebody were to go through Jean-Michel Jarre's waste bin. That's what you'd find.
But I love that the pull-out quote from you that they used on that track, obviously the thing that meant the most to the Abalone All-Stars, was frogs on crack making sexual gestures.
Oh, was I saying frogs on crack?
Yes.
Oh, I only heard sexual gestures. And I went, at what point in this... I vaguely remember saying sexual gestures, but I don't know. I don't know why.
I don't know why. Who knows why?
But now it's in my head. Was I saying sexual gestures or sexual gestures?
I don't know.
Because maybe that's what we were trying to do. Maybe we were trying to say, ladies, fellas, get yourself ready. You're listening to a couple of sexual gestures. Providing humour, yet at the same time sauciness for the masses.
Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis with you, and we are joined now on the line by the wonderful Dicko. How are you, Dicko?
Well, I'm fine, thank you. And do you know what? Congratulations, you're the first person in the whole of Australia just to call me Dicko. Normally I get Ian Dicko Dixon, which really grips my unbelief. So thank you. It's a good start for the new year.
Oh, that's good. I'm pleased with that. This is very, there's no rules here. It's all quite laid back. Dicko's on the line, I reckon.
So what happens if somebody just calls you Ian? Then does that have the same gripping effect, or...?
Yeah, because it's normally my missus and she's cross with me.
Ah, right, I see.
Yeah. Dicko is that nice, playful barroom nickname, isn't it? So,
yeah.
It's a bit... I like to think of it a bit like Oprah.
Yeah.
I'd-
well, my weight does go up and down like operas. I am the Oprah Winfrey of Australia.
Do you remember a few years ago, how long have you, it's been 3 years you've been out here, isn't it?
3.5.
Do you remember when Oprah used to be on TV in the UK and she was on
Yeah.
Channel 4 and BBC at the same time?
Well, because she was so big.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was so.
She's so big. She was on all 3 networks.
Yeah, there was a time in the UK where 2 channels had rights to different series of Oprah, and and they were on at the same time, and she was really fat on BBC Two, and then
and if you wanted a slimmer version, you could go onto ITV or Channel 4.
Yeah.
That's good. That's what I'd like to be: fat on Channel 7 and slim on Channel 10. That would be good, wouldn't it?
Well, you've got the chance now. You've crossed over.
I know.
Tell us what you're up to.
It was a bit. I went to the Tsunami Appeal. That's where I saw Ross last weekend, and I thought, I've only been in Australia 3 years, and here I am in a room full of celebrities, air kissing with celebrities from no less than 2 networks. That really makes me a tart, doesn't it? So yeah, I've been spreading the love in the short time I've been on telly.
Because you were involved with Australian Idol, and now moving on to a very new thing for you, My Restaurant Rules.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, by the size of my gut, you can tell I'm no stranger to restaurants. But I'm obviously, and I've never hosted before, so it will be strange. I'm trying to be ringmaster or traffic cop, if you like. But the producers have said to me, if I get that whiff of blood in my nostrils, I can give the contestants a good kicking.
Awesome.
Oh, that's good.
And you know, it's because
I feel like I will break into that at any point.
Because that fella, who was it that did it beforehand?
Curtis Stone.
Curtis Stone.
Yeah,
good-looking boy, but none of my viciousness.
But also...
Good-looking boy, though.
He did... now we've found out. That's
He's not if you like that sort of thing. He's not the housewife's choice, though, is he?
Exactly. Did they just go, you like food, you can have it?
Yeah, they looked at me and they said, you're really no stranger to a big binge. There you go, son, fill your boots.
And that's the good thing, because when the cameras are off, you'll be able to nip round the back and just help yourself to ingredients.
I'm going to be troughing for Australia.
Now, it's you mentioned you're the type, if you get that sniff of blood, you go in and you go hard. That's why we've got you here today, Dicko, because we've had...
really?
We've had our Boring
You
song...
masochist?
Yeah. We've had our Boring song competition going. So we've had a number of entries, lots of entries. Thank you very much to everyone who did enter.
Can I just ask one thing?
Yeah.
I know you're moving on to the Boring thing, but this is something that I really want to know, right?
Okay.
And I forgot to ask you the other night when I saw you. But because you're known for speaking your mind, does that give you... Because I get to do this, like, if you're a comic, you get to do that thing of, like, you can say stuff which normal people wouldn't really get away with saying. You go, oh, he's a right laugh. Do you find that you can say it, like, people sort of expect you can say anything to people and they just go, oh, Dicko?
Yeah, it's like being an unreasonable old git with Alzheimer's. They'll forgive you anything.
And what's the worst thing you've said to somebody, just like that you've thought, even you've gone, ooh, that's pushing it, and that person's gone, oh.
I think I was believing my hype early in the first series, and I did loads of breakfast radio, and of course all breakfast radio wanted to do was get a load of people on singing and have me massacre them. And they did it with kids once, and I wasn't smart enough to draw the line in the sand and to be a little bit fluffy, bunny and cuddly, and I just went them really hard, and there were tears in their eyes. There were quite a few pushy stage mums rolling up their sleeves, ready to give me a good leathering. So
Brilliant.
I realised I'd stepped over the line there, but I've understood the rules of engagement now. So.
Well, with this, please feel free to just don't even hold back, because essentially a lot of these people are, how can I put this politely, mental.
No, don't say that.
No.
These are good ones.
No. Oh, you've sorted out the good ones.
These are the good ones.
Oh, that's right.
These are down to the final 4, and it was actually hard to get it down to 4,
right?
Because a lot of them were very good. But feel free to let fly, Dicko. Basically, what I'm going to do.
I haven't had any fresh meat for ages.
I'm just going to play. I'll just start playing the track to you, and when you've heard enough, say stop and give us a bit of feedback. Now, this first one is titled "Feelin'," and it's IN apostrophe. "Feelin' Borange" by Andrew Farrell.
Stayed out too late last night, drank my fill of tequila and onion. Haunted till I dropped, now I've seen the light. Feeling sore and sorry. Popped it right back up this morning.
Stop.
You had enough?
Oh, God, yes.
Okay, what do you think of that?
Well, clearly the lad needs some female company, doesn't he? Because I can tell from that he's absolutely no stranger to staying indoors having a menage a urn, if you know what I mean. Because it's John Cougar Tosser, wasn't it? Really.
John Cougar Tosser,
What was great
that
about?
down.
Well, yeah, I'm writing it down now.
Actually, do you know what? If that's I know someone called Andrew Farrell. I hope it wasn't him. If it was Andrew, I'm only joking, mate.
It's good the fact that he didn't even get to say the word. People have got to have Borange in this song, and they didn't even get...
Because it rhymes with orange.
He didn't even get to say the word Borange.
And
I lost the will to live halfway through the first line. So.
All righty, we'll cop this one, Dicko. This is called Orange by Dirty Dav and the Special Guest.
Too long, that intro, isn't it? It's not just going to be Orange. How long is this intro?
Oh, yeah, it's a bit long. Hang on. Come on.
He's not just going to say the word Orange and it just ends, is it?
I don't think so.
I wanna get to work, 'cause work is boring. I think I'd rather stay at home and peel an orange, 'cause orange is the only word that I can rhyme with orange. So make up you a mine.
Can I say stop?
While I feel this orange.
Do you want to stop? Do you want to stop, Dicko?
Yeah, stop.
Okay.
Well, I bet the evenings just fly by in that squat, don't they? Huh? Blimey, you suddenly got your fair share of nihilists listening to this show, haven't you?
Which, you know...
Actually, I have to say, instrumentally, he did have a nice sort of dirty, grungy feel to it when he started. But then when the voice came in, it just sounded like, cross between Nick Cave and Mr. Bean.
All right, well, here's a bit of... How do you feel about techno, Dicko?
Oh, good. I'll just pop an E, shall I?
Yeah.
Feel free. This is Borange.
Well, it is
Techno.
11:30.
This is Borange Techno by Dead Squirrel.
It's rubbish. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. It's rubbish.
Right.
Hang on, this is a good bit.
Oh, we got a chorus, haven't we?
Have you had enough?
Yeah, please. So who was that by?
Dead Squirrel?
Well, I would like to commend Dead Squirrel for his clever use of inane repetition. Yeah. Clearly he's bouncing off the walls as we speak.
All right. Do you want the fourth and final contender?
Please, bring it on.
This is
Bring this sorry tale to a close.
this is My Borange Girl by Chris Summerfield.
The first time that we met, I broke into a sweat. You were so nice.
Oh.
You said you'd take me to bed with a bag
doubt it.
on my
Want
head.
me to fade it down?
Turn up
No,
the
keep it
time.
on. I like this.
And after we made love, you set me free like a dove
Oh.
into your front yard.
We've got to get to Borange on this.
I stood there naked till midday.
Might be good for a
All
while.
passed my way, started to laugh. But I don't care if they all laugh and stare, 'cause you're my Borange girl. to put a diamond ring on you. Oh, yeah.
Right, that is enough.
Now, do you reckon that was a little bit Tim Rogers?
Oh, it was a bit Tim Rogers, wasn't it? But like a crap Tim Rogers, sort of. And the sort of whinging stuff that you'd never get tired of slapping.
Well, then...
It just sounds like some horrible old soap, doesn't it, you know? And you can understand why old Lady Boring just told him to sling his hook.
Well, they're your choices, Dicko. You've had...
Well, do I have to choose?
Yes.
I'm going to go for number 2, the goth approach, the nihilistic goth approach to Borange.
Okay, so that was Orange by... Who was that? That was Dirty Dav and the Special Guest. Let me see if I can bring that up again. Which one was that number?
Do you really want to bring it up again?
Just so we know what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm beginning to dry retch as well.
This one? Ah, yeah.
Yeah, that's stalking. No, I'm giving that just for the, just because he's so dark.
Okay.
It reminds me of the 80s when we used to have spiker hair and wear big coats for no reason.
Awesome. Well, thank you so very much, Dicko.
No, thank you. I've enjoyed it enormously. I never get on the national broadcaster very much. They put me on the commercial channels, and I always enjoy it when I do.
Oh, well, this is the final show in our second and final week of our run. So
I know, but you've done a splendid job.
Oh, thanks, Dicko. All right,
we'll put the word around in the office and say next time we say Dicko's kicking off, he doesn't get to go on the nationals. It's all, and the great thing is, there's not many of the commercial stations where how long have we been on now? Probably about 10 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
You would be get advertised as kicking off. You know?
Well, of course you would.
Yeah.
ICI would be ringing up the big bosses now, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Are they still going ICI? They ruled the 70s in England, didn't they?
Oh, ICI, yeah. I think they are actually.
They've probably been bought out by Cadbury's or something.
There you go. So you've got free paracetamols and chocolate for the rest of the week.
So I'm going to go and shout at some chefs now.
Okay.
Excellent.
Well, good luck with my restaurant rules. When does that start?
Oh, it starts middle of Feb, actually. I can't be trusted with details. I don't know exactly when, but sometime in February, I imagine.
Beauty.
Okay.
And
nice to talk to you. Happy New Year to you and all your listeners.
You too.
Listener.
Thanks, Dicko.
See you guys.
See
ya.
Yeah.
I didn't even get a chance to fade him down. That was nice.
Yeah, I've got a feeling
I like
as well.
Dicko.
He's great. He's top man. You know what's going to be interesting as well. You know my restaurant rules. There's one in like Melbourne, Sydney. Was it Brisbane as well? Is it? And Adelaide.
Yes.
They have a restaurant in each. I've got a feeling, and call me old-fashioned here, as well as Nan's entering the X Factor. I've got a feeling that there might be a few people dining with Nan, if you know what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at least Dicko,
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
At least Dicko knows what's going on when people turn up with 5 old ladies. Just be one bloke and 5. What do you have? Soup. Nothing for these girls. They get soggy. You know what we forgot to do?
What?
Well, it's not that we forgot. How shoddy is this? Right. Look, we did have another one, a Borange track which got sent in, but we didn't have time to queue it up. And
Came too late.
It didn't make the deadline, unfortunately. But we did have this other one here, which from Molly the Wizard, who loves Borange, and called Borange Blues. He's only look. It's on the old style cassette. Here. And you know what's even shoddier than that?
What?
It's not even on a new cassette. Look, it's scratched and it's
just taped over something.
It's cracked. Yeah.
That looks like a cassette that sat in a glove box for about 15 years, and then Molly the Wizard has fished it out and gone, I reckon I can put a Borange song on this.
Yeah, and he's not, he hasn't even bothered to get with the new cassette, if they even make cassettes nowadays, with the new one, you get the lovely little stickers, you put it on, you just written it on with pen.
That is a crap piece of work.
That's what I say to that. I mean, fair play, Molly the Wizard, for making the effort, but nobody...
She'll point her stick at you and then you'll be in trouble.
What sort of shoddy operation? I mean, granted, we're not like exactly what you would describe as high-quality professional broadcasters and that, but I mean, does she think we've got an old Datsun parked in the studio and we're playing it all off cassette?
Oh, my Lord. Well, 2 people who sent us in some fabulous... You're still just going to chuck that round,
I am,
just take your anger out on.
Can I whack it against the wall?
Go, do it.
Oh, that was brilliant. That actually...
See, that's a magical wizard tape, that's why.
There's the studio has got, like, sponge padding, like, in the walls, like, soundproofing.
It's not for the sound, it's just because we're, constantly just
a bit special.
butting our heads up against
I just threw that cassette, it hit one wall, bounced off the other one, and flew back across the thing. That's great. You flagged this up, I'm going to try and do that again.
All right, well, what we're going to do now is we had 2 Borange song entries that we thought deserved to be heard in full because they were so beautifully done. And we thought quite funny.
I hit the window there.
Yeah, that guy just walked past the studio and just saw you piffing things about while I'm trying to broadcast. Imagine what he's thinking.
He thought that I was throwing it at him. Stop looking in our studio.
Okay, we are going to have a bit of back-to-back Borange. These tracks go for about 2.5 minutes each, and we thought they were worthy of being broadcast in full. So we are going to hear, in order, Borange Splendour by Jeff and Kai, followed by Borange Submarine by Excuse Me Keith.
Do something. If orange were an apple tree, then I would eat the orange fruit. If orange were propriety, then I would wear a orange suit. If orange meant banana, then I'd slip on a orange peel. If orange meant a pair of boobs, then I would cop a orange peel. Orange is a made-up word. Orange could mean many things, but the proper definition is that something's not real good. This horse is quite boring. Oh, quite, yes. I'm not orange. Orange were a dirty Frenchman, he would say, orange, maybe. Orange were a Buddhist monk, he would be filled with orange chi. If orange were a laxative, then I would do a orange poo. If orange were my one to love, then my orange would be you. If orange were an alien, then orange marks in fields of corn. If orange were the internet, I would be hooked on orange porn. If orange were a tractor horn, I would give a orange honk. If orange were the Carter friends, I would still hit Matt LeBlanc. Orange is a made-up word. Orange could mean many things, but the proper definition is that something's not real good. The song is quite orange in it, right? My name is fun. Yes, I do. Let me go get some stuff. Why, yes, we should, possibly. No, we would only have to find stuff. Those skeletons are orange. Quality edible food for us. No, we die in splendor. That was a orange, wasn't it? Oh, what a funny joke, Frank. I agree. Yes. Orange. Oh, look at that. My leg is falling off.
Orange is the new black.
Well, the periscope is aimed at the latrine. Onboard computer is a Commodore 16. And the engine came from Nan sewing machine. And the exterior is painted mucus green. Yes, we all live in a orange submarine. Oh, we all live in a orange submarine. We couldn't overtake an overweight sardine. Yes, we all live in a orange submarine. The commander is one Ms. Gretel Colleen. Second in charge, the Honourable Simon Crean. And the navigator's Anthony Mundine. It was a battleship till Big Kev joined the team. And we all live in a boring submarine. Yes, we all live in a boring submarine. And the torpedo shield is just a trampoline. Yes, we all live in a boring submarine. Takes an hour just to cross a small ravine. It goes so deep we all still have to wear sunscreen. And if it leaks, it's just a matter of routine. 'Cause the side porthole was smashed in by the Queen.
A bottle of champagne when she launched it.
And we all live in a boring submarine. Yes, we all live in a boring submarine. The only Gulf War we saw had a putting green. And we all live in a boring submarine. Yes, we all live in a boring submarine. Yes, we all live in a boring submarine.
I like it. I like it a lot.
That is magnificent.
That's Boring Submarine by Excuse Me Keith. They took a band name that you used in the quiz and made it their own. And before that, Boring Splendour by Jeff and Kai.
If we've done nothing else in these 2 weeks of broadcasting, we've Excuse Me Keith. You know? Because quite frankly, that song is good enough to, you know, if you see Excuse Me Keith performing in the area, you know, go and see him. You know, if the rest of their songs, I mean, given the fact that had to be about Borange,
yes,
that's great. So I really think that, like, I'm going to do everything I possibly can to get Excuse Me Keith to be, you know, a big name act.
I was impressed by Jeff and Kai's lyrics in particular. If Borange was the cast of Friends, I would still hit Matt LeBlanc.
Yeah.
I props to that,
Yeah.
I say.
Both first class, they were definitely the winners by a long chalk.
Now, speaking of props, we should give... You know, this show, it doesn't just happen. It's not like we walk in here and just whatever's in our head comes out of our mouth.
Don't go thinking that.
That does not happen around here. The fact that I can't say that without laughing suggests to you that perhaps I'm talking crap. We've been working under the strict supervision of someone who has been on our case for 2 weeks, and we have a minute and a half before the news to talk to her. Michaela, are you there?
Yes.
10-year-old Michaela from Old Mount Druitt as our supervisor. It's our last show. What do you reckon? Give us some feedback.
Well, you have done really good the past 2 weeks, and I'm really sad because now the rest of the holidays are going to be boring because I won't have anybody to talk to. Or I won't have a reason to get up in the morning.
Yes, you will. You've got your little brother to supervise.
And that's quite funny, really, when you think about it, because the reason that you called us in the first place was because you thought we were boring.
That's right.
Do you remember?
Do you remember your first phone call? You rang up and you said, you're talking too much, can you play more music?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you have grown on me.
Like a...
fungus.
And so you reckon we've done an okay job. It's been because you've been giving us feedback and we've been taking our tips from you, Michaela. So we should say a very big thank you for that.
I saw Nana on the cricket last night.
Did you?
Yeah, and so did Mum.
And what did the commentators say when they showed her?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Yeah.
Well, it was good that you saw her. And thanks for being our supervisor. We have to say bye-bye now because the news is going to come on. But thank you for calling into us, Michaela.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
See ya.
I'm going to miss you.
You too.
Can I fade you down?
Can you play the theme song after the news?
I'll play the theme song to get us up to the news. How's that?
Cool.
Okay, I'm fading you down. Is that all right?
Yep.
Okay.
Bye.
Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis with you on Triple J on our final show in our second and final week.
And it's the last 2 hours, the the penultimate hour of the final show.
And the ultimate hour will just be... We're releasing Nana. Now, we should explain what happened after the show, the very tail end of the show yesterday. Normally...
Yeah. No, we haven't told anyone, have we?
Normally, when that clock hits 2, I don't answer phones anymore. But yesterday... The phones were going bananas. We were after balloon experts because we're out. The original cutout, the original Nana, is going to be suspended from balloons and set off,
and
set free,
floated across.
liberated.
Now, I actually... Sorry, just go on.
Oh, well, I was going to say, we were debating, do we use a weather balloon, do we use helium balloon? We wanted advice, basically, and we had a few people call in. After the show, we got a call from someone who will be popping in very shortly, who has kindly, a balloon expert, deals with balloons on a professional level.
Not just some bloke with a can of helium and a couple of party balloons.
This show's a lot more professional than that. We have a balloon professional who is on holidays from her job as a balloon professional, who rang in and said, you know what, I'm going to donate my time and my balloons to this cause.
You see?
So Nano is going to be professionally ballooned.
Yeah. And apparently, because I was checking this, and apparently if it goes over 400 feet, I said I checked it. Kirk sent me an email that said if she goes over 400 feet, then we're in trouble with the aviation authorities.
Awesome.
So, but apparently we can have she can either go straight up to space, or we can have a kind of hovering
and drifting.
Yeah. Now I checked
pros and cons.
Now you see, I checked last night on the weather. Right? You see, because it was in my head. To be honest, nothing else was. I was dropping food around the house. I was really not concentrating on anything. Now, I think I've got this right, but today there's a northeasterly wind.
Right.
Now, that's perfect, because I think that's true. Somebody might be able to help me out with that. There's a northeasterly wind, which means we're releasing from Melbourne.
Yeah.
Right? Now, obviously, where there's a lot of tall buildings, we're not too far away from the big point, actually.
The big point?
What's it called?
The Arts Centre Spire.
That's
the Victorian Arts Centre Spire.
So if you're just outside of the... When are we going to do it? We're going to do it sort of...
Sometime between 1 and 2.
Yeah, so if you're in an office building and you can see if you can see the spire of the Arts Centre, she's going to be coming... I'm just trying to think.
Coming round the mountain.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where she'll be. So basically, she'll be leaving from the studios here, and she'll be floating up to around 399 feet, and then she should be blowing towards the Dandenongs, I think.
Yeah.
Northeast, if my wind prediction's right.
Are correct.
So if you're nearby, if you can see the spire, is it a spire? Probably not.
Yeah, the Arts Centre Spire.
If you've got binoculars on, you're on the outskirts of town. That's the sort of general area. If you're north of the city, you'll be able to see her just to the left of the spire.
But the beautiful thing about it is, if you're in the Melbourne CBD or you're in the suburbs and you've got binoculars, there's a bloody good chance you're going to feast your eyes on a bit of Nana. But the beautiful thing is, because she's being professionally ballooned, she's going to drift a fair way. She's going to go interstate. So there are chances.
She's going to go over New South Wales easily.
Wherever you are around the country, there is a chance.
Look to the sky.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a Nana rigged up to helium balloons.
Yeah.
And she's going to have the J 1800 number on the back of her, so that when she's found, we will know about it. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So that's happening in the last hour of the show. And to be honest with you, she's been with us for nearly 2 weeks, and I'm going to be a little bit sorry to see her go.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a little bit sad.
But the great thing is she lives on at rossandterri.com. And also, the other thing is as well, everyone's been going, who is the Nana? Who is the Nana?
We've been trying to track her down. Yesterday, casting agents, what a schmozzle.
Yeah, schmozzle.
She did a bit of acting work in her time, so we tried to track her down.
And we don't want to get anyone too excited, but we've got a hot lead.
We have the hottest lead. This lead, forget the hottest 100. Hotter than the hottest 100, lead.
I'm sure the people in Sydney wouldn't be too happy if they've just tuned in. Forget the hottest 100. Just forget it.
No, I'm not saying forget it altogether, but this is hotter.
Also,
this is hotter.
If you're a farmer, right, and you're in the New South Wales area or northern northeast Victoria, do tell us what way the wind's blowing, because that's quite important. Don't shoot her down, because I know people will be, But and then that's it. And then in that way, she'll drift off, and then she'll become part, and the show will live on, even though
It's
we
about
can't
Nana living
extend
on.
as well. That's the important. We have to point this out. The show. This is our last year.
You should tell people what you're doing. You're doing a national tour.
I am doing a
when
national
does that
tour.
kick off?
I'm glad you asked.
There
It
you
kicks
go.
off. Look at that.
See?
Nice work.
Check that
Nice
out.
work. You can get all the dates at rossnoble.com.au. Or you can go, if you're listening in the UK, you can go to rossnoble.co.uk. And also, if you go to rossandterry.com, there's a link. And is it Mount Gambier? Is that the place? Yeah.
Yes.
Wollongong, Geelong, Ballarat, Shepparton, Sale, 2 nights in Sale, Warrigal, Benalla, Bendigo, Echuca, Bathurst, Griffith, Wagga, Albury, Brisbane, Sydney, Parramatta, Melbourne for like a month, and Perth. They're the places that are in. They're all locked in there. They're on the website. And if Tasmania and also...
There's more to be announced. Adelaide.
Canberra and, Adelaide as well. They'll all be up there. But what you have to do, go to my website, which is rossnoble.com.au, and put your name down on the email list. And then as soon as the date, if they're not actually on there already... I'll
be notified.
I'll send you an email and you'll be notified. Just for the people that are ringing up, going, "Are you going to be in Hobart?" Yes, but just leave your thing and we'll send you a message. They'll be on in the next week or two.
Should we do a cheeky little bit of Nana Watch before we get to the band quiz?
Oh, we might as well.
We'll do a bit of Nana Watch, play a track, band quiz. That's the plan.
Yeah,
that's the plan. Log on to rossandterry.com. The page of now. This is what's going to continue on.
Yes,
you can download your Nana from the web page. You can print her out, and you can take a photo of yourself with Nana and send it in.
And tell your sorry, I was just going to say tell your friends as well. If you listen to the show, and you've got mates, especially if you're in an office, What would please me more than anything else would be just to, over the next coming years, just going into sort of, when you go to get your car fixed and there'll be like a calendar with a saucy lady on. Wouldn't it be great if you want to get your car fixed and it was a Nana on the wall, And then that way it brings people, it brings the community together.
She is the people's Nana. She is being run over by a forklift by Neil in Auburn. On the website.
A steamroller. I'd like to see her under a steamroller. Like she'd actually like cartoon stuff. What's she up to there?
Nana and Danny are playing Pac-Man on one of those. Remember when you were a kid, the sit-down games? Like you had to sit down and it's like a desk, but it's got the computer game in there.
She's enjoying it.
They've got one of those. Where do they get that from? That'd be worth a fair bit on eBay.
You can get them for they're about, I think they're $3,000.
Chris has taken Nana to the library to peruse the large print section in Narrandera. Here's people at an office. This is a canteen in an office. You can see those partition things. There were people sitting at their desks. Yep. Jez and Scotty in Perth are taking tea with Nana. That's quite cute. Jez is quite good looking. Captain...
Keep the noise down. Sorry, there's people shouting.
It's very noisy out there.
In the background there.
Also in Perth, Captain Spendless, the patron saint of discount footwear. He's another cardboard cutout. Sam is posing with him on one side and Nana on the other. So it's a meeting of the cutouts.
Like in sort of Batman and Ninja Turtles and stuff, where you've got the hero, but you've also got the sexy reporter that hangs around, desperate to... It's almost like Nana wants to find out who Captain Spendless is.
She's feeding the chooks in Oberon. She's wearing blunnies. I like that. Nana's got blunstones on.
I'll just point out as well that we haven't got time. If the show was continuing, we'd be able to find out who Captain Spendless is under his visor.
Well, that'll be the next one, the hunt for Captain Spendless.
There's no time for that today.
She's at a very beautifully set up board meeting in Ballarat where there are a number of people looking very interested in what Nana has to say as she stands at the head of the table, and they've positioned her so that the whiteboard behind Nana has a big speech bubble coming out of it. So in the photo it looks like Nana's yelling "Borange" to a boardroom of workers.
Brilliant.
That's great, isn't it? We've also got...
Get the phone.
No, it's outside. It's outside
the
studio. Why is it making that noise?
Making that? It better not be him in his fishing hat.
Oh, that guy that's just walked past.
Yeah,
Nana on the job site in Curramborough. There's been a few from Curramborough. Good on you, Curramborough in Victoria. She's in the volunteer bushfire brigade here in... I'm not sure
what's
I think that's a Victorian number plate. And she's holding a... chainsaw.
Oh, good work, Nana, good work.
In her hands, and she's got the hat on. That's a Victorian Fire Brigade. She's playing cricket. There's a couple of shots of her playing cricket. She's at the dentist.
Oh, yeah.
that's Nana's having her dentures looked at. Helping out with the dinner selection in Albury, just popping out of the pantry.
What's she doing with that woman? Is that the dentist?
Yeah,
there?
she's... No, that's the pantry. There's the dentist.
All right, yeah, that's it.
The dentist is there. She's having... Now, this one, I'd like to finish with this one.
Yeah.
This has topped it.
Now, this is the one, and this is what...
This is ridiculous.
This is what makes me laugh about this. Who was it emailed in and said... Sean emailed in and said that he saw Nana on a lift on her way to have this photograph taken.
Okay.
And it's in Sydney. It's Sydney Harbour Bridge behind.
In the background.
Might be.
This is a postcard shot, if ever I've seen one.
Yeah.
This is...
Yeah, you do it.
This is Nana with a pair of sunglasses on, posing next to a large cutout of David Hasselhoff.
In the full Knight Rider apparel.
Yeah, he's got the black pants, tight black body shirt with just that tuft of body hair just poking out the top. Nan and the Hoff in Sydney. That's great.
And she's got a moustache as well, have you noticed?
Is that a moustache?
Yeah, she's got a moustache.
She has. Why has she got a moustache?
She's got a moustache. I think it might be because she's with another man wearing leather.
That's a bit
I think
weird.
they're suggesting that David Hasselhoff might be an articulate gentleman who works in the theatre.
So there you go. I think that pretty much wraps up Nana Watch. But for today,
well, we've still got another hour and a half left to go before we, and of course the pictures of her being launched. And if you can get a picture of her in the air, because that's the thing. Once we launch her. What we need to do is, once we launch her, we need to clear the switchboard entirely, and we'll only take calls if you can see Nana, and we'll try and track. I mean, if we release her, say we were to, I mean, obviously our balloon expert hasn't turned up yet, but as soon as the balloon... She'd better. Otherwise I'm going to have to nip out and get some from a party shop.
Yes, between 1 and 2 calls for Nana sightings only.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we've got our band quiz coming up very shortly. Don't bother ringing up to do it. Someone shotgunned it yesterday.
It's been done.
Let's hear the White Stripes now on Triple J. What track am I playing?
Apparently, just while you're queuing that up there, somebody, Nitro Phoenix, he said that, you know the bumper stickers?
Yes.
He's printed one up A3 size, and he's got it in the back of his truck.
That's fantastic. Ross Noble and...
band quiz.
And work experience girl Terri Psiakis.
Sorry. Had you? Or had you not?
No, I hadn't done anything that I was supposed to do. So the fact that you pointed it out was good, but, you know...
That could have been very embarrassing, though, couldn't you? Would have just said it.
Well, we have guests in the studio. The band quiz on hold.
It's on hold. It will happen.
Because we have been blessed with the presence of our saviours for today. Imagine what would have happened if they hadn't turned up.
Oh, it all would have gone horribly wrong.
Our balloon experts, Jane and Karen, thank you for joining us. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Very good. That's good. Now, you're going to be in charge of ballooning Nan.
That we are.
And how... Just take us through... your approach, like what's your game plan?
Game plan is we asked you yesterday what Nana weighed,
yes,
so that we could then work out how much helium and how many balloons we would need to launch Nana.
Okay, because you've got to make sure that she's airborne enough for her to continue on her way and not just get to a certain point and then falter.
And falter, exactly, and find a power line somewhere. Yes, we need to clear the power line.
Oh, I never thought of that. Power lines. God, that'd be a spectacular sight, wouldn't it?
That could be really dangerous.
Just the shower of sparks coming down as Nan hit the power lines.
Now,
over the...
what sort of balloons? We're dealing with helium?
We're dealing with helium and latex balloons, so your standard rubber balloon.
Okay, and how many do you reckon? Like, you've had a bit of you've had a bit of a feel, but you haven't.
Bit of a shufty.
You've just had a bit of a shufty at Nan. What do you reckon?
Our calculations tell us that we'll need somewhere between 30 and 45 balloons.
30 and 40. See, someone rang us up yesterday and said 20, and I thought, it sounds a bit light on.
And we're talking about regular balloons as well, but we're using slightly larger than that. We've calculated on a 16-inch balloon as opposed to an 11-inch balloon.
So is this the sort of thing that people ask for this sort of thing regularly? Is there a sort of like... No, have you...
First request for sending off a Nana.
Right. But have you lifted things before? Like, is there a...
Normally we try and keep things down. There's the often, we'll do some balloon artwork and it is starting to lift, so then we have to put extra weight in it.
To keep
it usually we're restricting as opposed to encouraging things.
Okay.
All right. So this, in many ways, this is possibly an industry coup.
Yeah,
to actually...
we're breaking new ground, yeah.
That's why
Breaking
we
all
were
the
so
rules.
excited when you were looking for helium experts.
Well-
we thought, here's our chance.
Well, we should point out you're still on your Christmas, January holidays. You're not actually at work, so you're doing this out of the goodness of your heart and just for Nan, basically.
It's for Nan.
It is
Do
for
it for Nan.
Now, are you going to be able to make her like what's going to happen with the way that you're going to? Basically, I want to know: is she going to shoot straight off into the air, and we're never going to? She's just going to disappear, or is she going to go up and then hover and drift?
She will reach a point because there's only so far the balloons will send her to a certain point and then she will drift.
Right.
Okay.
But as she rises, the heat is hotter and the gas will expand.
Yeah.
So depending on how far she goes, we're going to make sure that no balloons pop, otherwise she'll start coming down. But after
Okay.
a while they will decrease and she'll
And if
start
the
falling
conditions
somewhere.
were good, how long would she last for? Like, how long would the balloons kind of...
With this amount of balloons, she'll easily last 24 hours.
Yeah, she'll float for a while.
And so, you said...
That's if she doesn't come across anything or birds don't fly into her or that type of
that
thing.
is bird strike. Could be a but there again, if the birds were to pop a couple of balloons, that rather than her coming straight down, it might just take a couple of hours off the...
That's exactly
Yeah,
it.
she would
Right.
just send a little slower.
So I wonder, we need like a maths expert. That's what we need, like some sort of boffin to... Like, because the wind speed's going to be...
to try and predict how far she'll go.
Yeah, do you see what I mean? Yeah.
We don't need that. We just need
wonder
people
if-
ringing us in to tell us.
I wonder if my brother-in-law is actually... I wonder if he's off work... No, because he told me this story about there was a plane... I'll probably get him in trouble for saying this. There was a plane and something went wrong on it. Like, the people on board, I think they might have... Like, the oxygen went off. But basically, there was a plane in the air and it was heading out across Western Australia.
Yeah.
And all communication was on the autopilot and everyone inside was passed out. And they couldn't work out exactly where it was.
Right.
But they managed, using the speed and the direction it set off in and all the rest of it, they managed to, and how much fuel it had, they managed to work out exactly where it was going to crash.
Oh, okay.
So it was on autopilot and it was going to run out and it was going to crash. And he said they managed, using science and
So to predict where Nana's going to, how far she'll go and where she'll come down, roughly.
Yeah.
Someone will ring us up.
Yeah, bound to. So the wind speed. So basically, she about 4'9", something like that.
About 5 foot, yeah.
Yeah, about 5 foot Nana. She's going to be helium balloons floating. What sort of height do you reckon? About 400 feet, something like that. Yeah,
Sounds good.
About the height of a building, something like that. Bearing in mind, where's she going to end up? 24 hours drifting time. Knock a few hours off, say 20 hours, 18 hours for balloon poppage and bird
All right.
danger.
Well, what we might do is if we play a track, we might do the handover of the Nana to Jane and Karen, and we'll pop the Triple J number on the back, because I forgot to do that before, so I'll do that now.
Yeah.
And then how long do you reckon how long do you need to prepare her?
Probably an hour from now.
An hour from now?
Perfect.
Beautiful. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll get to that.
22, yeah.
All right. Well, here's David McCormack and the Polaroids.
And not only that, stick your number on the back, and then
number?
eligible fellas can chase her across the wilderness. You see, it's Nana Central here.
It is
it's like
Nana
a cross
Central.
between air traffic control and some kind of incident room.
We are still joined by our balloon experts, Karen and Jane, and we have some extra information. Now, take me through this.
Calling all geeks, get a pen ready. if you're a mathematics or some sort of in aviation or all the rest of it, this is the actual specification.
Okay. The information is we'll be using a 16-inch latex balloon inflated to 14-inch. And we're doing this so it allows an extra couple of inches as it gets hotter, as it rises, for it to expand without exploding.
Okay.
The liftability of each balloon is going to be approximately 22 grams, and that's why we're going to need 46 of them to lift. A kilo, worst case scenario, that's as heavy as we think she might possibly be. And the actual average flying time of those balloons will be 26 to 30 hours.
Right.
Ah, cool.
So we've got 26 to 30 hours. Now, bearing in mind, this is just rough because it was just, I saw it on the news yesterday, a northeasterly wind leaving Melbourne, 26 to 30 hours. And I don't know what the wind speed is, so we should find that out as well. So find out what the wind speed is on your own. It'll be on...
Yeah, get cracking. We can't do everything.
Yeah, weather.com or
sake.
something. It's not probably all that fast today. The trees look like they're not moving. But, once you get up there a bit, whatever the wind speed is, 20 to 30 hours, something like that, and then give us a ring and let us know. calculate on a map and let us know where you reckon she's roughly headed. That
Okay.
would be marvellous.
Beautiful.
So shall we hand over Nana and then you can...
All
get
right, do you
down
want to do
and-
the official
Okay, I'll go and get
handover?
Nana. Right.
I'll stay behind buttons.
Do you want
and-
to say goodbye to Nana? Give her a little...
Oh, yeah, better hang on.
Give her a kiss.
Oh, see you, Nan.
Right then. There's Nana.
Thank you very much.
That's the handover. Okay, beautiful. Well, we'll let you get to work, get cracking, and thank you very much to Jane and Karen for their expertise and for doing it out of the goodness of their hearts. If you find Nana, give us a ring.
So we're going to release out probably between 1:30 and probably between 1:30 and 2. So I'll come down with the phone and I'll see you two in the car park. Sorry, you three. I'm a fool with myself.
Don't forget Nana.
All right.
See you, Nan.
Bye.
Bye, Nan.
Bye.
Nana has left the building.
She's on her way to the car park as we speak.
She has left the building. Okay, now we are going to go into our band quiz. Are we ready for this now? Do we have, who have we got? Jodie from, is it Bangalore in New South Wales?
Yep, that's right.
Awesome. How are you, Jodie?
Well, thanks.
How are you feeling about the release of Nana? Are you a bit emotional?
Oh, geez, it's been building up, hasn't it?
It has been building.
Is it just me, or does it? It feels a bit weird in the studio without us standing there.
She's gone.
I really hope they are genuinely balloon experts and they've just taken Nana and legged it.
They've just taken off with Nana. Right, we've got 5.5 minutes to do the band quiz now. Are you familiar with how the band quiz works?
Yep.
You are, for those who are uninitiated.
You would think so, considering she rang up yesterday.
Well, you did it. That's a good point. That was a very good shotgun. You got in for the next day.
Yeah.
You are on the ball, my friend.
Yeah. I thought someone would have beaten me to it for sure.
No, you were in like Flynn.
If somebody had thought, they would have done it at the start of the week, or maybe last week.
So what are you going to do, Ross?
Right, I'm going to read out the band names. If you think it's a band, say a band. If you think it's not a band, say not a band. And some of them are real, some of them aren't real. It's a mix. Oh, excuse me, a little bit of gas creeping up on me there. That wasn't
gas.
one of the bands.
That was cheeky gas.
Cheeky gas, popular from Adelaide, a band. Right, so, I have got a bit of cheeky gas. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Actually, do you want to just play that tune?
Oh, hang on.
No, don't. It's all right.
Oh, do you need to...
No,
What?
I was just going to do a proper, start to the... it's the final band quiz. We might as well.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Right, hang on.
Ready?
Here we go.
It's time for the band quiz. It's time for the band quiz. It's time for the band quiz. It's time for the quiz.
Lovely. Right
Okay.
then, eyes down for the band quiz. Here
4.5
we go.
minutes.
4.5 minutes. St. Lawson Street Infirmary.
Not a band.
It is a band. Rats on a Stick.
Band.
It is a band. Scarecrow Tiggy.
Not a band.
It is a band. Spellfish.
Band.
It is a band. The Laughing Clowns.
Band.
It is a band. Fred Got a Chew Stick.
Not a band.
Not a band. Bookcase of Books.
Not a band.
Not a band. You're doing well. You're doing well. Boff Me Off.
What's that?
Boff Me Off.
Not a band.
It's not a band. Fat Skull.
Band.
Not a band. Ooh. Optical Face Pack.
Not a band.
Not a band. Strapped to a Lemming.
Band.
Not a band. Ooh. Circus Flaps.
Band.
Not a band. Mind Warp Dolphins.
Oh, band.
Not a band. Oprah Pez Head.
Not a band.
It's not a band. Kings of...
Hang on, what was that? That was not a band.
That was not a
so
band.
she got that right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, cough it out, Nova.
Cough it up.
Kings of the Speed Bog.
Not a band.
Not a band. Gravelly Faced Crossing Guard.
Not a band.
Not a band. Touched by a Saucy Angel.
Not a band.
Not a band. Living with Barry's Hump.
Band.
Not a band. Squizzing Hers.
Not a band.
It's not a band. Sigmund Fraud.
Band.
not a band. And then finally, spillage.
Oh, band.
It is a band. Only the first 5 were actual bands, and the rest were all made up except for spillage at the very end.
Well, with 8 wrong and 13 right, Jodie, you are now the proud owner of some electrified tape that will be coming to your letterbox fairly shortly and possibly getting you in trouble with Australia Post.
Oh, we can actually use that.
Really? What was it for?
We're on a farm.
It is only a metre of it.
Oh.
So you might have to electrify just a small...
It's a small farm.
Just a rabbit hutch.
Okay.
All right, well, you hang on the line, Jodie, and I will get your postal details.
Cheers.
Is that all right if I fade you down?
Yes, go for it. Go for it.
She let me do it.
There she goes.
Let me do it.
We're rapidly approaching the final hour of the show. We are about to. We're going to release. We're going to release the Nan.
We are, and we have a very hot lead.
A hot lead.
Because yesterday we spent a lot of time trying to figure out Nan's identity.
Who she was.
Yes, and we had someone ring in who said she was an extra in a short film that he'd made.
Yep.
What were the other leads we had? There was a couple, but we've got a very...
Yeah.
Very, very hot
And this
lead.
isn't just some radio thing like we knew all the time. No.
No, we had no idea. This is something that came up very suddenly that we followed up, and we're going to be speaking to someone sometime in the next hour who will be able to shed some light, perhaps, on the mystery of Nana. I think.
The Mystery of Nana.
The mystery.
You know what? That sounds like a Perry Como album. The Mystery of Nana.
The Mystery of Nan.
And then hopefully, like I say, if you're in a building, if you're in a high building in the city, or you're northeast of Melbourne, then you want to be getting your eyes ready, because we're going to be releasing Nana from here.
Yes.
Between 1 o'clock and 2.
And 2, you'll be able to take a good shufti.
And the switchboard, the end of the show, we're clearing the switchboards and we're only taking calls on
Nana sightings
as she makes her way off across.
Correct. 1800 055536 is the number to ring if you see Nana between 1 and 2 o'clock. I'm happy up until 1. If you are a meteorologist and you know something, maybe what was it about wind? What did you want to know?
We need to know wind speed and direction, and we just want to talk to a weather person.
Just because we like them. We're dealing more with the weight of the Nan, really.
Yeah. In fact, just a quick, I believe they say a shout going out to Trent, who not part of the official Nana Watch effort, but launch effort, I should say. Everyone's part of the Nana Watch effort. He's just come down, just donated some helium.
Just out of the goodness of his heart, have some helium.
He got a helium. I don't know how he got it. I don't know what he's up to.
Don't ask too many questions.
But he's got a pickup down there. I just went out to check that everything was all right at the launch site. And sure enough, he's come down. He's helping out with the helium, spreading things around. It's a community.
It is. Of people coming together for Nan, and we had a call from Greg from South Bank, who is directly opposite where we will be launching Nan within the hour. If you're in the South Bank area in Melbourne, feel free to come down and check it out in the car park across the road.
The car park across the road from the ABC studios here. It's sort of just in case people just come down to South Bank and are expecting some kind of stage and all the rest of it.
Well, Greg
it's a gravel car park.
He's in his office, which is just across the road. He said he can see everything. He's watching the setup because we have our balloon experts, Jane and Karen, down there as we speak, preparing Nana for the launch. Greg also had a weather report. He said there is a west-northwesterly wind blowing at 9 kilometres or 5 knots per hour.
Right.
Do with that what you will, mathematicians.
What did you say, 9 Ks an hour?
9 Ks an hour.
No.
We won't work it out now because we have someone very, very special on the phone.
As if I was going to launch into... Oh, yeah.
I was giving the illusion that perhaps you were ready to get cracking on that. Just get a pen.
Now it's in my head.
rossandterri.com is the website that we have been referring to over the last 2 weeks, and it is a website that has been created just out of sheer... Well, tell us, Matt, from Perth, why did you do it?
I'm still questioning that, to be entirely honest.
Because you've done this whole thing by yourself in your own time for Nix.
Well, I've been working with my mate Simon. As at the bottom of the website, you see it says Matt and Si made it. And he's pretty much the web design guy. I'm the guy who stands behind him and kind of insists he keeps working on it. So.
Right. And you've done a bang-up job. It is one of the most impressive websites I have ever seen, and you've updated it on a regular basis. You've been constantly putting the Nana Watch photos up there. That's a big job.
The Boring songs as well.
I'd like to thank everyone who sent in all the fake Nana photos just to make our job that little bit more entertaining.
The fake Nana photos?
Well, we've had hundreds of photos to wade through. Someone's gone, I can use Photoshop. I can put Nana in front of a naked person.
All right.
They'll get a laugh out of that. So.
I see. Well, good on you for filtering that, Matt.
I do what I can, and just a big thank you to everyone for that. That's great.
Well, tell us about your plans, because this is our final show in our second and final week. And what plans do you have for rossandterri.com after today?
Well, after our initial plans of laying down for a while and not looking at it, we're hoping to just kind of leave it there and let the Australian people do with it what they will. If they're prepared to send in photos of them with Nana, we'll still happily put them up on the site. And, it'll just sit there at rossandterri.com for, I think, about a year. We've registered it for, so...
So really, if people are really taken with the whole Nana Watch thing, because you can download Nana from the website, if they wanted to just keep that alive and really make it even international, it could become
definitely.
the official Nana Watch site that just continues long after we're gone.
Most certainly. If you know someone out there who needs a Nana, send them the kit, get them working on it.
Well, Matt, we just wanted to give you a ring and say thank you very much for all the work that you've done on the website there, and to launch the possibility of it just being purely all about Nana from now on.
Because to be fair,
as it always was.
If it hadn't have been for your website work, half of the stuff that's happened, I would say 90% of the stuff that's happened just wouldn't have been able to happen.
That's
at all.
right.
So I say, on behalf of myself and Terri and
the listeners,
the Australian nation, we salute you, sir.
You're more than welcome. It's been very surreal.
Okay. We'll be in touch with you after the show, Matt. Thanks for talking to us.
See
ya.
Bye.
I faded him down.
Yeah.
He might have done the website, but I still faded him down.
Yeah, everyone gets faded down. In fact,
we don't discriminate about who we fade down.
That's how we should end the show.
Just fading ourselves down.
Let's fade ourselves down.
Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis with you on Triple J at round about 20 minutes past 1 o'clock.
Time ticks closer and closer
to the launch of our Nana, and we mentioned that we had a red-hot lead on the identity of Nana.
Yeah, all yesterday we were trying to get a hold of, there was casting agents, and then somebody says, oh, my next door neighbour, there might be a lead there, and it was all, and we were getting close, but not particularly close, and oh my sweet muffins.
As we welcome now to the Triple J airwaves, Sharon.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us. Now, Sharon, how are you related to our Nana?
I'm Nana's daughter.
Yay!
And tell us a bit about Nana. Who's Nana?
Nana is probably all the characters that she's turning up as.
Really?
I really do think so. The one with the banjo is fantastic, you know. It really is.
Because Nana's still with us. Nana's still here.
Yeah, Nana is still with us, and she lives up in Brisbane. And she's certainly gone on in her years since that, the photo shoot of the walker.
Because that was from how many years ago, that original shot, the cutout shot?
Oh, gee, I can't remember. Probably be over 15 years ago, I think.
Yeah?
I think it was, even a bit more than that.
Okay.
Yeah. But she did appear in quite a few ads.
Yeah?
She's done Dreamworld, A.V. Jennings, like that sort of thing my mum went into. And she did a lot of singing. Country and western singing.
So this was when she was younger? She was sort of
younger.
singing and then did the acting and stuff a little bit later?
Because that's interesting, because there's a picture of her on there in Tamworth. Came up today on the site. Halfway down here somewhere, standing next to might even be on the next page.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Yeah, here it comes.
Well, actually, she has actually sung in Tamworth.
All right.
She really has.
Wow.
Yeah, she used to go there. She loves it, and she's done a lot of singing in nursing homes and things like that now. But I think over the past probably 5-10 years, she hasn't done much now.
Right.
She's,
there it is.
Physically, she's on the way out.
You just went. There it is. Oh no, that's next. That's outside of Prawn Farm.
So what do you think, Nana, because you're aware that we're going to launch our Nana, as well as the fact that, everyone's been downloading Nana and taking photos with her. What do you think, what do you think Nana would think of the events that are about to take place this afternoon?
I think she would love it.
Yeah?
I really do. She'd be going on about all her fans that,
She's a celebrity. She was on the cricket last night.
I heard. I wished I was watching it.
She was on the cricket. So, how many people that was Australia and Pakistan, I think that would have been seen by thousands of people.
And all around the world as well. That's the other good thing. And also, there's a cricket match on at the MCG now.
This afternoon, yes.
And she's just about to fly over the top. So hopefully some bright spot cameraman will go, hang on a second, is that Nana on some balloon?
That'd be great.
You reckon she'd like the attention?
She would. She'd be, signing autographs left, right and centre. She would just love it.
Because she sounds like quite the character. We had the guy that we were talking to this morning who took Nana to the cricket was saying he was going to, if his wife hadn't been there, he would have maybe been in with a chance thanks to Nana. Would she have been up for that, you reckon?
I think she would have been.
You reckon she would have been doing a bit of, casting her eye over the crowd?
Oh, yeah, she would have been. Even in her singing, she would do this particular song and she would have a garter on her leg,
Real sexy Nana.
And the dress would just get higher and higher, It was such an embarrassment, growing up with Nana,
She sounds fantastic.
She really did embarrass us, I can remember even going to I think it was the Tower Hotel in Fairfield as a young kid, and Mum would be winning the talent contest there,
Fantastic.
And we'd be hiding under the table, just so embarrassed by her. But she's very fun-loving and has always loved life like that.
Well, I spoke to your sister-in-law yesterday evening, and she said that was it her 80th birthday party, and she sang karaoke. Nana sang karaoke.
She did. It's amazing, really, because Mum wouldn't have remembered a lot of songs, but, she can't remember who I am these days, So to put her up in front of a microphone and a little bit of karaoke, she doesn't even have to look at the words. Something clicks in her mind.
Wow.
Awesome.
And she even told my young nephew off for singing out of key,
Brilliant.
So she's still, putting people in their place.
She is.
So the most important question that we have to ask...
Nana's first name?
Yeah.
What is Nana's? We were debating, what is Nana's first name?
Her real name, she's always gone by Betty.
Okay.
Okay. But her real name is Bertha.
We wouldn't have picked that. But
and
Betty,
she's from
definitely.
Bolton in England.
No.
Yeah, she's
You're
from Bolton.
joking.
So I really hope that Nana really hits it off in England, on the screens there. It would be fantastic.
Great. Oh, yeah, and does she have a Bolton accent still?
Yeah, she does.
Hey, you're right.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
Yep,
hey,
she does,
great stuff. That's Bolton for you. Hey, come on, let's have a laugh. So that's what Nana sounds like. Obviously a bit more feminine. Well, that's Bolton right there. Hey,
and where does Nana live now? Whereabouts in Australia is she?
She lives south of Brisbane, near... it's Springwood, actually. She lives in Springwood, which is near Logan's City, the big shopping centre there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she lives up there.
Well, we've had there's a picture of her in London, but I'm now going to appeal for anyone who's listening, any Australian expats listening on the internet in Lancashire, near Bolton. We need a picture of her next to us outside the Bolton Albert Halls, which is like the big... It's like the big main building in the centre of Bolton. We want that picture on the Nana Watch site.
Fantastic.
There's a challenge.
Now, just before we let you go, Sharon, because you're going to go out and watch the launch.
I am.
You're
taking a video here, and I'm going to capture this.
We've been referring to your mum as the people's nan. Is that something you reckon she'd be up for? Is that a good description?
I think it's a really good description of my mum. Yeah. As I was saying before, my friends when I was younger, they used to just call her mum, so, they wouldn't call her Mrs., Rogerson or whatever, or Betty, they'd just say, oh, mum, so she was always very welcoming like that.
So, in other words, we've picked the right nan, haven't we?
You picked a really good nan. Yeah.
Thank you so very much, Sharon, for coming and talking to us today, and I hope, it's pretty much time to get out there and get you out there on the mobile, Ross, and see how it's all going.
So if you're in an office building, get yourself ready. We'll be, if they're ready down there, then probably, 5-10 minutes?
Ish. Triple J. Now, you may have heard a little bit of a noise there. We do have someone very special on the line. Before we go to that person, though, I would just like to say the Triple J number now, 1800 0555 36, between now and 2 o'clock, because the launch is imminent. Between now and 2 o'clock, we would only like calls if you can see Nana, because Nana is about to be launched very, very shortly. I'm just going to check in now with what's happening with our balloon experts and Ross, who is on the ground. He is embedded with the balloon experts. But between now and 2 o'clock, only calls for if you've seen Nana. Ross, are you there?
Yes, I am. I'm very much embedded right now.
You are?
Down here. You wouldn't believe the size of these balloons. They're not just regular balloons. They're massive. And they're attached to Nana's hands, and they've just, it's slightly worrying actually, they've placed 2 large rings into her head, which doesn't look good at all. But they're still attaching them, so we're still a few minutes off, but it's all, how are we looking? How long do you reckon we're going to be? 5 minutes, you reckon? 5 minutes until
okay.
Sorry, I know that's...
no. That's cool. Let's milk it.
A lot of people are very excited. There's people have actually brought their pets along as well to see this momentous occasion. There's a small dog which everyone's sort of looking and there's another Nana's turned up. I've just noticed. Hang on a sec. I'll go over and have a quick word with this fella over here. And he's got a message. All right, mate, I won't be able to put him on. I'll put him on to you. Just 1 second. Here he is.
Oh, no.
Hello.
Hello, who's that?
Oh, this is Stu.
Stu, what are you, have you got a message?
No, Nana's got a message.
Nana's got a message. You
Yeah,
brought your...
my Nana's here.
Your Nana cut out. Now
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're
Nana's
putting down.
down here, and she's on her way to the cricket. We just thought we'd stop by.
Right, the nearby match at the MCG in Melbourne. And you've brought your Nana with you, so you're going to take her to see the launch of her namesake, and then you're going to take her to the cricket?
That's right, and she's got a Marry Me Richie sign.
Marry Me Richie.
Yeah. So,
see, that would be a
she'll make
match.
an appearance.
That would be a match made in heaven.
It's very good, Terry. Yeah, so Marry Me Richie. So we have another Nan down here, and our Nan's ready to go. And where are you from, mate? There's a bloke working around the corner. Greg, he's come down. He's taken quite a lot of photographs, recording the moment. So so we're probably looking at about 5 minutes. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of dogs, a lot of people. Everyone's on the radio, which is quite freaky. We're all sitting around listening on the radio. But
that's fantastic.
Yeah, we should be probably about 3 minutes away, I would say, from the big launch.
Well, I tell you what, Ross. What I'll do is I'll play a track, and then I'll come to you after that track, and you can take us through the launch.
Cool. Isn't it weird how, all of a sudden I'm talking as if I'm actually covering a proper sporting event? I was actually going, yes, and I've just noticed that. That's very bizarre.
Stay on. Do not hang up my phone, Ross.
I won't. I'm very much here, and
right, Hey, Ross.
Yeah.
Can I fade you down?
Yeah, fade me down, right. Fade me down.
And the interesting thing about this arrangement that we have here with the launch of the Nana is I'm giving Ross instructions on a mobile. Ross is then yelling them out at the people who have assembled out the front of the ABC studios in South Bank in Melbourne. It's a very complicated communication kind of strategy. Is it working for you, Ross?
Yes, it is working, and I'm down here, and everyone's very excited.
Okay.
Listen to that. How much was that like one of them cheesy links that they do on the telly? There's a lot of excitement down here. It's like a press call, to be honest.
All right.
The balloons are attached to Nana. Everyone's got their cameras ready, and we're ready for the... So if you're in office buildings and you can see us, we're about to release Nana. I'm just going to check with our balloon experts to make sure. Is Nana ready to go? Nana's ready to go. We're going to start a countdown. A lot of excitement. If you're in the surrounding suburbs, get ready with your binoculars, because here she goes, right? Get ready. 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Nana is being released into the she's off now. Oh, she's heading towards the trees. She's actually having a bit of trouble with Nana, to be honest. The wind causing havoc at the moment. We've actually, she's just a little bit. Oh, here she goes. She's
Has
that's
she gone straight up, or what? How's she gone up?
She's blown straight into some trees. She's gone up, and she's in a tree. Nana's actually in a tree, and everyone is pissing themselves laughing. We've had a bit of tree danger.
Oh,
we might have to uncouple. For God's sake, it's all gone horribly wrong.
This is the story of my life.
Nana's in a tree, and now there's a man standing on the front of a ute, attempting to retrieve her.
Can you use another Nana to jostle her?
No, we can get the original Nana back, but if you're driving along past the thing, and you could
honk if you can see the Nana.
Yeah, honk if you can see the Nana. She is. There's a bit of danger. She is. She's essentially in it. There's two blokes. One man is balanced on a fence while another man's tugging at the Nana, and there's people in cars going past. Have we got her? Oh, here she comes. Oh, the balloon's gone free. We might have to. It's not looking good. To be honest with you, how much? There better not be cheeky bastards ringing. Oh, here we go. Oh, that right. She's free of the tree. You might see 3 of the. That's it. That's right. She's out. Here we go. Now, release her as far away over here. We'll try that again.
Are we re-releasing her?
Yeah, we're re-releasing her. She's just having her twigs taken off her at the moment. There's a short.
This is a false start.
It was a false start, and she's covered in twigs and branches and the like now. So if she, right, here we go. We're going to try again. She's looking a bit tangled.
Shit.
Some more balloons? We're going to attempt some more balloons. You might want to play a track. Have we got?
I've got a track that goes. How long do you want it to go for?
How long of the show have we got left?
Mate, it's about 14 minutes to 2 o'clock.
Oh, 14 minutes, no problem at all.
Do you want me to play a 3-minute track or a 4-minute track?
This happens at NASA all the time. I'm just gonna find out. I'm gonna ask our balloon experts.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play a track that goes for 4, and if we need to, I will bloody well fade it down.
4 minutes, okay. 4 minutes. We should have done a reset, and we'll try and we'll go on the road because that way the trees will be out of the way. We'll stop the traffic. If there's any police in the area, get down here. If only I had that barrier tape with me. You know what I mean?
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I'm going to fade you down. I'm going to play a track, and as soon as you're ready, you let me know, mate, and we'll all respect to blunted stylists, but Nana's more important. I'm fading you down.
Okay. Yeah, see you later. Oh.
Something's happening. What's going on?
Yes, are you back on?
Hang on. Something weird is happening. Hang on, turn that off. Where are you? Can you hear me? Hang on. Now. Why can't we hear you? Are we right?
Yes. Are we on?
I don't know what's going on.
Right.
Hang
Okay.
on.
Have you got me?
I can hear you, Ross. Okay, I'm on air, but for some reason you're not coming through. What's going on?
Right, basically what's happened is we've released Nana and she's drifted off across Melbourne, but she was going very low indeed. Can we see her?
Okay, I've got you.
She's off across the city. She's been released. So if you're in a building in Melbourne, look out of your window. Can you see? You might be able to see her from the studio. Actually.
Okay, I'm looking now.
Right, can you see her? No. She's off. She's made it past the trees, and she's off, and she's hovering at quite a nice sight. That really is a majestic sight.
Awesome.
We can see a Nana heading off, and everyone at the MCG will be able to see that. I'm going to head back up to the studio now, and then we'll take some calls and see where she's...
We'll get some Nana sightings happening.
See where she's headed. Okay, all the people here are going to say goodbye. All right, I'll see you back in the studio in a second.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
International man of comedy, Ross Noble, on his way back to the studio. The Nana is in the air. 1800 055536 is the number if you can see her. This is the greatest day of my life. I don't want to exaggerate.
There's a lot of very excited people down in that car park
we've got
down
Steve
there.
on line 1.
Hello?
Yes, can you see the Nana?
Yes, I can.
What's she doing? She's floating around?
She's floating right between the two multiplex cranes.
Awesome. Thanks for your call, Steve. I'm fading you down.
No worries.
All right.
Woo!
That's Steve.
Did you hear what happened there? She left and then she hit the tree and she got all tangled and everyone was going, it's not going to happen. And then the guy was on the Lance, the guy, Trent rather, on the back of his ute. He let the Nana go, no countdown. She cleared it. And then she was off once she made it through the city.
Men with utes, they don't muck around, mate. Lee, are you there?
I am.
Lee, can you see the Nana?
I can. She's going straight up.
Straight up? She's
Straight
still
up
going
in
up?
the air. She's non-stop.
Whereabouts is she headed?
Sort of towards, not the Rialto, sort of the opposite way to there.
Hang on to the thought of the Rialto.
Yeah.
I'm going to fade you down. Just hang on to that very, very... who have we got now? Hang on. Oh, geez, I'm good at this. Have we got Leanne?
Yep.
Where are you?
I'm on the 14th floor of the Rialto.
And can you see the Nana?
She's just behind a building at the moment, so I'm not too sure where she went.
But you did see her float past. Did you give her a wave?
Yeah, I did.
Good on you, Leanne. I'm fading you down.
Alrighty.
See ya.
She's faded down right there. Anyone else?
Right. God give me Brian.
It's Ryan.
Ryan, you're at the Docklands?
Yeah, mate.
And what's going on?
She's floating off into the distance, and it's about the fastest I've ever seen a Nana move.
She's no inanimate object.
Well, at the rate she's going, I reckon she'll get to New Zealand or end up as fish food on the way.
And which general direction is she heading in then? Which sort of suburbs will she be towards?
Over towards the east, and she's right up there.
I feel a bit emotional.
She's over towards the east.
Have you got some tissues handy, Ryan? You're going to need them.
Yeah, well, float on, Nana. Float on.
Thanks for your call, mate. I'm fading you down.
Thanks.
How do you feel? The switchboard is going bananas.
Just take some calls, just randomly.
Do you want me to...
Just take them.
Do you want me to put them straight to air?
Yeah, put them straight on air.
What if they're not for the Nana?
It doesn't matter. This is the time. We've only got 3 minutes.
Triple J, can you see the Nana?
Hello?
Yes, you're on air.
You're on air
Don't
right
say
now.
anything naughty. Can you see the Nana?
We can't see Nana, but we're on the highway down through and people are honking at the horny Nana.
They're honking at the horny Nana.
Have you got the Nana on board?
People are honking the horn at the horny Nana.
What Nana? Have you got a Nana?
Yeah, we got a Nana.
Your Nana is in the car and people are honking you.
No, we're on the side of the highway. Like Tasman Highway down in Tassie.
Oh,
and
with the
people are honking
downloaded
the
one.
horn.
Oh.
Nice work. Give him a honk. Give him a honk. Fade him down. Fade him
Oh,
down.
I'm fading him down.
Fade him down. Whew, that's why we don't put him straight away. Anyone else on there?
Triple J, can you see the Nana?
No, I can't see the Nana, but
Fade him down right now. Right, next line. Come on, can you see the Nana? Can you see the Nana?
Triple J, can you see the Nana? Turn your radio down.
Radio down.
Radio down.
Radio down.
Can
Hello.
you see the Nana?
Yeah, I am the Nana.
You are. I'm fading you down.
Fading him down right away.
This is the last time I'm doing this.
Okay.
Can you see the Nana?
Oh, she's fading away.
But you can see her from where you are?
Just 2 seconds. I'm in the AMP building on the fifth. Just had it 2 seconds ago and I've lost her.
You did experience the magic, though, momentarily. Who's this?
Oh, yeah, I did.
What's your name?
Jabba.
Jabba, I'm fading you down.
Thanks very much, Jabba. You're the last person to be faded down on the
Mate, we've got
things
less than
there.
2 minutes left of this show.
2 minutes left of the show. It's been an absolute pleasure, it has to be said. We made that thing. We made the Nana happen. We found out who the Nana was.
We found out who the Nana was. Her name is Betty, and thank you very much to Sharon, who is Betty's real-life daughter, for coming in and having a chat to us and being present at the launch and for being so lovely.
And we'd like to thank our balloon experts as well. That's
Karen and Jane for assisting us with the launch. Thank you to all the listeners who, over the last 2 weeks, your response has been quite overwhelming, to put it simply. You've Orange songs, Nana Watch, ringing up,
Big Kev,
enjoying
we had
the show, Big Kev.
Things you'd stolen. We had the Garfield was taken back.
We still don't know who took the Garfield.
We don't
from
know the
Melbourne.
Melbourne Garfield, but the Sydney one was back, and that's enough for me.
1 minute left of the show. I'm not even going to try and mime it and give you hand signals. That's
the way it works.
I don't care
there
anymore,
you go.
quite
I
frankly.
saw you put your hand in the air for a minute. I thought you were just checking the wind. Going,
See which way Nana's going.
She's heading towards Sydney.
Now, if you would
a
like
big thanks to you. as well. On behalf
thank
of
you
me,
to you.
it's been an absolute pleasure.
It has been a delight working with you, Ross, and if people want to see you, they can jump onto your website and get your tour dates. What is the website address?
rossmelbourne.com.au, and you're doing your show as well, aren't you? The Melbourne
I'll be
Comedy
doing my
Festival?
show in the Melbourne Comedy Festival, the As Yet Untitled show. It'll have a title. You'll find out about it. Just
There'll be
back off.
posters. There'll be posters and everything.
It'll be written.
There
It'll
might
be ready.
even be flying Terries across, like blimps across the sky of Melbourne.
There may well be. Now, I think to take us out.
Play that, and then we'll say goodbye. We'll talk
We're saying
together.
goodbye. We've got
yeah,
5
that's
seconds.
It. Fade us out.
We're fading ourselves
We're fading
down.
ourselves out.
Triple J, 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 Triple J. Full J, Full J, Full J, Full J, Full J, Full J.